Yeah. Testing. We back. Where the air horns at? We made it. Yeah, y'all. Happy New Year 2023. First pod back. You know what I'm saying?
Here.
First day out.
We
made it. Me barely, but we'll get into that.
Me too.
Photo finish.
Brought that shit in with a bang. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know at all if I was going to make it.
Cough.
Yeah, I'm still coughing. I want to apologize to the listeners now, early on. If I have like a cough, I'm not editing them shits out. Y'all just going to hear the real me. I'm going to be transparent. 2023, I'm going to be more transparent than I've ever been. I'm going to just leave the coughs in. So, I have a lingering cough because I did have COVID early on in 2023. Like 2 days in, I started feeling symptoms. And then I finally tested positive, bro. Like I always been sick. I've been sick since like the pandemic started, but I've never had COVID. So this is my first time with COVID, and that shit was awful, bro. Like literally just terrible.
What was the because for me it was just how fucking sustained the feeling was. That was like the worst part. What was the worst part for you?
The worst part actually for me was when I started losing my hearing. Like I literally started like I was so congested that I couldn't hear out of my ears.
That's a symptom.
Yes, congestion is a symptom, but the hearing is just kind of like a byproduct of that because like, you're so congested that it gets to like your ears and you just like, you can't hear. And that shit scares the fuck out of me because of course I'm in podcasting, I produce, I edit. My ears make me money. I can't not hear, bro. Like I just can't like lose my hearing. That's like one of my biggest fears because if I can't hear, I can't work.
That's
like,
what would your backup profession be without hearing?
I gotta find an editor. I gotta talk a bunch of shit. I can't hear y'all, but I can talk.
Just hope to God that it sounds good.
Start talking.
I don't know what we're talking about, but yeah. Now you got to start your own podcast.
I know, bro. Come on, man. Or get a robot to like. That's when I'll be able to get a robot to and put them in like give them my whole consciousness, let them be in the cloud, and then y'all can just.
Or you could just have a robot as your co-host, and then so you do your audio first, right? And then afterwards, you use the AI generator to to make a conversation out of the stuff that you're saying. I'm sorry, I'm giving up the sauce.
Yeah, give it up.
One, we don't got the funding for this shit idea, so it's either somebody does it or it doesn't happen at all. And let me tell you, I'll be more tight if it doesn't happen at all.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna happen. I don't know who's gonna do that shit first. Probably Joe Rogan or somebody. One of them niggas that's gonna be or somebody who's like already in the space.
I say no because, and this might be I don't think this is a hot take, but I feel like Joe Rogan's a lot of his popularity comes from the guests that he has on.
Exactly. So the robot guest?
I mean, it'll be hot for like maybe a week, but damn, nigga, how?
Yeah, that's true. It depends on how hot the robot is. You know what I'm saying? Like what they come on saying. I guess it's gonna be saying the M word. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's gonna program it with Dave Chappelle's personality. He's the only person who has enough files of Dave Chappelle speaking into a microphone at his use. You know what I'm saying? So he could do it.
Or he can program it every episode. Again, this is too much sauce, but he can definitely program it every episode with a different guest, like a different person. He has to get their consent before he programs it.
The episodes be long as shit too.
Yeah, them shits be like 4.5 hours, man. I don't understand that shit.
Yeah, they be making our shit look like a fucking Saturday cartoon.
Nah, bro.
Who do y'all think is the most? It probably exists somewhere. Who's the most like recorded celebrity? Like who has the most data on them out there in the world?
Probably a musician, I would think. Because they're constantly making
content, right?
I challenge that with any.
I think it might be Joe Rogan.
Could be Joe Rogan with as much stuff as he's been putting out through all the years.
For like 15 years.
That's
every
true.
week.
Fear doesn't he? He was a Fear Factor host too. So he was on
Fear
TV
Factor
before that.
Yeah.
I need NPR numbers though because they've been doing that shit for years.
True. But don't they have like different hosts? I've never watched a single.
I don't know how,
NPR episode.
Neither do I. We lost our NPR expert. But what's it called? No, but it's everyday thing though, right? I thought it was just like radio I thought it was like their Hot 97 or some shit. I don't know.
It's different. It's different people. Yeah, NPR is Hot 97 for white people.
Or iHeart, I guess, would be a better example.
Yeah, it's definitely like it switches off usually like with different hosts and it has like different shows. Like it's
you know what? Network. I think like 5-10 years ago the record was Howard Stern. I think I didn't even Google
that's a good one. That's a good one
but
too.
I think it might be Howard Stern
because he's still at it
or somebody like that. Yeah,
that's true, and he's also way older than Joe Rogan.
He was doing TV too, so TV and
since
radio.
The fucking 80s and 70s and shit like that.
Bro, I used to be watching that show when I was like 13, just hoping I see some blurred titty.
Yeah, man. There we go, man.
But, most recorded person in history. Heaviest person, no.
Well, damn.
Most recorded person.
The heaviest person.
Heaviest recorded weight. Scale breaker.
Most documented person. The people I'm getting are not people that any of us would recognize. So, Ashrita Furman. I don't know these people. Or, yeah, no, these are not people we'd recognize. But I think it's probably going to be, at least in America, it's going to be like Howard Stern or fucking Joe Rogan or somebody. There's definitely somebody who interviews people, right? What if it was like Barbara Walters or some shit?
All right, so rest in peace.
Word.
Yeah. R.I.P. Barbara. Yeah. Did she make it to 2023? Or was that like tail end?
Last day. Same thing with
last day? With Betty White?
With Betty White, yeah.
Yo, all right, so now we're gonna have to we gonna have to take bets. Which old white bitch we gonna lose on the last day of the year? You gotta have to start taking bets.
You can't be laughing about that, bro. Like you can't be laughing about that, dog.
So, let me just say, I don't think it's I got another first hot take of 2023. I don't be sad when like really old people die. Like, I don't get people crying like when somebody that's like 85, 90 years old passes away. Like, bro, they are done. Like, they're mad done. They've been trying to get the fuck out of here. Like, let them, like, what's sad about somebody being 90 years? I mean, yeah, you're going to miss them, you know, what they added to the world, but like, how much are they really adding at 93, 94 years old, bro? That shit is a stretch at that point.
You only deserve to live if you added something to the world. Don't do that, bro. Betty White was an icon.
For sure. What she was an icon.
They can still appear and people go crazy. If Betty White walks out, if she was when she was alive, if she would have walked out at an award show.
Yo, if she walked out right now,
I'd go crazy too. I'd be like, oh, y'all see this shit?
Yeah, bro.
I knew Betty White was Jesus.
First robot we could get AI. I'm programming Betty White. We're gonna get her on this pod, bro. I'm telling you.
That might hit. That might go crazy.
You got 99 years of just experience and all that stuff.
Excellence.
If she pops out at Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve 2024, nigga, the whole crowd gonna go crazy, bro. That shit gonna hit better than Mariah Carey's fucking All I Want for Christmas Is You. I'm telling you.
Yeah, so. You know the one thing that like they don't tell you about fucking COVID? They don't tell you how boring that shit is. Like in terms of like you can't do anything.
You can't do shit.
Nigga, we was just locked down for how long? Nigga, we've been through that.
That's true. Bro, but like that was before we all like before we even like when you have it though, like you really like when
you can't even like watch TV.
Yeah, because it's not like you just your head hurts, like you're not even really focused and stuff like that. Like I watch Curb is like the most like you don't have to even be thinking to watch Curb, and I didn't even want to watch that. Like that's how like which made me kind of depressed. Yeah, I was just like, yeah, I can't.
Not now, Larry.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that shit was boring, bro. I couldn't go out. I couldn't like. You know, I couldn't do anything. Like if I had to order takeout, them niggas had to bring that shit to my door. Like it was crazy. You know, like it just wasn't.
That shit is completely debilitating, bro.
Yeah. You told the takeout niggas you had COVID?
Absolutely. One nigga canceled. I was like, yeah, I got COVID. Can you bring it up? He canceled the ride and just say, I had to find a new person, bro.
Like, well, these oxtails is mine.
Nah, before he even got the food. But here's the thing. Do you have to tip? Like if you have COVID and they bring it to your door, like, cause here's the thing. Some people bring it to my door cause I'm in an apartment building. Some people bring it to my door anyway, which I usually tip more, but some people leave that shit like right outside, like at the front entrance. And I got to go downstairs and get it. So Do I tip more like for my circumstances?
No.
My tips are completely random. I tip every time because like Uber damn near makes you feel bad if you don't. They're like, yo, so you're not gonna tip him? You didn't like soon as you open the app again, it's like, yeah, so Malik has had a hard time since he left your door. You think you might want to throw him an extra $5 or what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, it's not, but I do tip every time. But I don't hardly remember why, like, or what I got from the last person that I ordered from. So I end up just tipping the 15 or 20%.
Y'all be tipping before or after you get the food?
After.
Okay.
I usually put the tip on. I'm a tip take offer. Like I take it off. If you acting weird, I'll take that shit. Like this shit will go down.
I didn't even know that was a possibility.
Yeah, you can adjust the tip.
Do they know that
you can put zero?
I would only do that if they knew that I'm taking it away.
They don't tell you, bro. They like you can just type in 0 and it'll be like, oh, all right, next time, I guess. Like, oh, really? Yeah. No, nothing. All right, yeah. All right.
But I used to do Uber, so it's like when I didn't get tips, I wasn't phased, but I mostly did like drives. Like I didn't do like deliveries and stuff. But when I was driving, when you get tipped, it tells you were tipped, and it's like, oh, you got a $1 tip. It didn't tell you who gave it to you, but you would just assume it was the last person that was in your car or something like that. But like with Uber, like delivery, I guess it's a little different because it's more effort, I guess, going into it. Like they got to get out their car.
Yeah, they got to go to the store. You know what I'm saying?
Doing stuff you signed up for. Oh, holy shit!
Just doing your job. Nah.
Nah, like if it was like some ridiculous circumstances, like it's pouring rain or if it's snowing, okay. I get it. But my nigga, I had to go into this McDonald's and wait 15 minutes for your nigga. That's why I didn't want to go.
Like, nigga, better you than me, nigga. That's the whole point. That's the deal.
You know my biggest problem though? I think the reason why tipping is so hard on these apps is because Uber's already like taxing you crazy. Like it'll take like a $15 order. That should be $30 by the time you're checking out. Like it's like, and it just says, it doesn't even tell you exactly what it's for. It just says tax and it says other fees. It's like, what's the other fee? And then like I think
it's over.
Yeah, bro. I think like a little bit last year. I forgot what time period it was, or like what. I think maybe it was when gas prices were crazy. Like when it was like $5 or something. They started giving a gas charge, like on the Uber deliveries. It's like a gas surcharge. I'm like, why am I paying for this nigga's gas? Like, what are you talking about? Like, why can't y'all pay him with that? Like,
and this nigga on a bike. What the fuck he need gas for?
I've seen that too. I've seen the niggas on the bikes. Them niggas is moving 60 miles an hour, bro. Like how did you?
You
get
niggas
so
are not slick.
I
know y'all make extra because y'all pick. Oh, I got a bike, not a car. So they give you a little bit extra. Bro,
I'm telling you,
get the fuck out of here with that shit. There's no way you could have got here.
This nigga just cross a river? How the fuck he did that? Like I could have sworn. Man, these niggas.
A day is banned because he tried to do Uber bicycle, but he was taking a train to niggas like apartments and stuff. And Uber was like, yo, you going 90 miles per hour on a bike. So they banned him from the app because like he was cheating basically. And they were just like, yeah,
nigga, if I get them the food, who cares how I get it? Like that makes sense to me.
It's just because of the incentive, I guess. It's like, you're I guess you're saving waste and you're being green, all this stuff, and it's like if you're using the train, you're not helping. Like you cheating. Like that's not what this incentive is for. You ain't reading the fine print, so we gotta ban.
You ever get the situation where like the Uber person that pulls up is not the person in the picture?
Absolutely,
they got your shit. Everything else.
Whenever
it's just not that person.
Whenever I get a woman delivery driver, it's her boyfriend dropping it off.
Every single time.
All the time. No matter where I'm ordering, what time I'm ordering from.
And I wonder,
got the little small business going.
What's the incentive in that? Like, do you just have two accounts? Do you think people tip more for women? And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like it could be that. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but yeah, I just noticed that a lot, especially when
that nigga stay home and play PlayStation. Yo, stop dragging that nigga everywhere you go.
It's like, man, I gotta make money, but I can't go out, just like run up my account. Cause like you do get like more perks and more like rewards the more you do Uber and like all the deliveries and stuff. So it does make sense where it's like if a man is trying to make money, he's like, yeah, I'm just use my girl account because she's been doing this for like, or 3-4 years. Why am I just going to start a new account and I got to start from the bare bottom? I don't have no rewards and no extras and all that stuff where I could just, hop on her save file and just start playing. You know what I'm saying?
Her save file. Start playing her RPG. Yeah, fuck it.
Continue from her checkpoint.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Build,
like that's
fuck it.
So that's business.
You got an Uber build?
Yeah.
A sharpshooter?
Yeah. Uber be rewarding you the more you do that shit. So like it does make sense. You could just start a little small business, you and your boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? Just start doing Uber.
That's true.
Just use my account, babe. It's all good.
That's funny.
What about Uber and stuff like that? Well, how was y'all bringing y'all 2023? How was y'all early beginnings?
I mean, so far 2023 is, it's been really positive actually. But boy, that first day was shit. I drank way too fucking much. Way too much. So much so that I'm pretty sure you know what? I've never thrown up. I've never thrown up alcohol in my life. But I could not tell you how many shots I had. Don't do that. I cannot tell you how many shots I had. I called damn near everybody in my phone crying. I do recall that.
Did you got a call?
No.
I ain't get a call either. Wow.
I should have called y'all. I definitely should have called y'all.
Before you continue, it's crazy because like they always say, if your girl go out to a brunch or if she go out like drinking and stuff like that, and she don't text you drunk and she don't call you drunk, then
yeah, good thing I'm not your bitch, nigga.
I'm just saying, like, if people
like, yo, if we was together, I'd feel some type of way right now.
I definitely would though. I really would. Like, if we was really dating, like, if we was in that shit, and you ain't called me when you was drunk. That's kind of crazy, bro. But like, even like your closest friends, and they really drunk. Come on, son. Like you ain't give me a call. So he said I was calling everybody this phone. You knew I was gonna feel something from that too. That's why he's like, yeah, I was calling everybody. Everybody
Man, okay,
got a
so
call.
Not everybody. Yeah. Not everybody.
Clearly.
But yeah. This nigga, man. I was making calls. I was doing the whole fucking crying thing. I woke up feeling like dog shit, man. Like complete dog shit. And I had just gotten over COVID. And like 3 days later, not even 3 days later, because 3 days later is when I actually went to the urgent care. But like 2 days later, my throat just started fucking like swelling up. And like I was in a lot of pain. And I lost my voice for like 3 or 4 days. And I'm pretty sure whatever the fuck I contracted that night. Because when you drink and, your blood thins out, your immune system drops, you can get sick, especially it's New Year's. It was a little chilly. Whatever the fuck I caught, man, I caught that night. And like for the next week, well, for a few days within the next week, I lost my voice. Could not speak like at all. Had to like write shit down in order to like, it was bad. So yeah, I came in sick, but I'm better now. I feel better now. I feel good. I've already seen some returns on some of the things I've been manifesting. So, it's having a good 2023 so far. So,
yeah.
Word.
What about you, D? How'd you bring this shit in? You already got the drip on. You dripping different.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Hokage.
Patreon.com/ because I am podcast to see my man's out here dripping real. He throwing at them. I don't even know what them signs is called. Them ninja.
They're not gang signs.
Jutsus.
Not gang signs for anybody who's not a patroni. Throwing up the ninjutsu.
Ninjutsu, that's the word. Yeah.
The different jutsus and shit. So what is with that the particular drip, what does that represent? Because I don't be knowing the fucking like groups and shit like that.
So this is probably one of the more popular I think symbols in all of the anime community. This is from the Naruto, the Akatsuki clan. That's the big bads in the Naruto show. I can't name all of them honestly off the top of my head. But I know my nigga Pain is that nigga. Pain. You know what I'm saying?
Itachi, right?
Itachi, who's that fish nigga
for sure.
Yeah, they should, yeah.
And then so
that shit hard though, for sure.
Yeah, I got this for like $20 on Amazon. Came with the ring, came with the necklace. It came with the, really the headband. There's
a
lot for $20.
There's some bloods like really actually repping that shit. Like that shit is hard. Like for real.
Yeah, why not?
Like, that's some real like. If I see a nigga coming at me just like that, I'm definitely I'm running the other way.
You're going the other way for sure.
Yeah, niggas got the shiesty.
Yeah.
Yo, that would be hard.
Yeah, comes with a
shiesty Naruto clan.
But coming into the new year was really relaxing. I had the first few days off of work. I had like a week off from doing like any editing or shooting. So, just a huge mental break from all of that. Spent a lot of time just hanging out with my girl, playing PS5, played through God of War. I'm basically like 90% done, and I'm upset at this point, bro. It's an amazing game, and that's why I'm upset, because, bro, I don't want to finish.
You don't want it to end.
Yeah. I don't want it to end, man.
That's hard.
Can't wait for any DLCs that may come out. I've been watching a whole bunch of YouTube videos, reading a bunch of articles about what could be coming next, and any secret dialogue I may have missed while I was playing. Like just making sure I touch all bases of the game before I move on.
I've been completely checked out from the new God of War because I want to play it fresh when I actually get it. Nigga don't have PS5, so Anyway. I'm not gonna play that shit for like 2 years, but
they just passed.
Are they still doing the Are they still doing the Valkyrie thing?
Shawty ain't show up, huh?
For the most part, they replaced the Valkyries with another like thing. I'm not gonna say it called Berserkers. But they were basically replaced the Valkyries with the Berserkers. You do have a Valkyrie fight in there, and it is one of the hardest fights in the game.
I've been seeing some of them fights on Twitter. Like people just been posting them fights. Them shit is
rough, bro.
So there's that one. There's the fight. That's that Valkyrie fight I have to do, and then there's another one with So from the first one, you remember that there was the Ravens, the green Odin's Ravens around. You had to like destroy them as you were going around the map. Mm-hmm. So in this one, you find out that there's like a nigga who's like over the Ravens, like they call him the Raven Keeper, and that's supposed to be like the hardest villain in the game. So.
And that's the hardest because you've been killing all his fucking ravens for the last 2 years.
Exactly.
So, like, they weren't even bothering you, nigga.
Yeah. I might not even make it to that nigga because honestly, finding all them ravens is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that shit is a bitch.
I love when games have like a whole squad that you got to take down. I love that, bro. I might have to get on that God of War wave too.
Yeah. So my completionist is taking over, so I'm making sure I got to do everything. But other than that, I spent a lot of time doing that. Got my girl the Animal Crossing Switch, so she started her own Animal Crossing island over again. So now we have to organize how to get her stuff from her old island to her new island. So that's a whole thing.
Moving it
I actually might need your help, Trendell. I think I gotta put everything in a storage box, drop it off on your island, and she gotta come pick it up. That's probably what's gonna have to happen. So we'll set that up later.
Come on, bro. Like this, as long as you throw me some bells or something, I got you, bro. Just for the time.
I'm good for it. I'm good for it, bro.
Yeah, just you're good with that, bro. I always wondered because I did see that you got her a Switch, but doesn't she already have like a Switch? Like, did she already have a Switch?
That's mine now.
Oh, okay.
So that's now mine, and then she gets.
But I thought you had a Switch too, though.
Nope. Nah, I was playing hers the whole time.
Oh, okay. Because I was confused, like, because once you got the Switch, I was just like, I
basically took that bitch over.
See, calculated moves. It's like, yeah, we get this. Let me just get that. Let me get you this new, brand new, fresh, new edition. And it's crazy how you were still able to get an Animal Crossing edition Switch.
Nigga, don't even want to talk about it, bro.
All right.
Holy shit.
Video game scarcity is real? Oh, okay.
Them shits were everywhere.
Don't stop, bro. Don't turn this into shit.
Them shits were everywhere in October. Once November came along, them shits were off the face of the earth. People thought they were thought they were made by Sony.
They didn't even do that shit on purpose. They be snatching them shits off the shelves on purpose.
I had to try to buy one from PacSun. I didn't know PacSun stole. PacSun's the clothing store that be in the malls and shit.
Oh, PacSun be having some random stuff.
Random shit. Yeah, for sure.
And then turns out that order gets canceled. I had no idea it happened, so I had to buy one overpriced on Amazon for like $20 more than it would.
Don't worry, bro. We don't gotta talk about it. But you know how that shit goes, man. Like,
I do.
You know how that shit goes. You gotta do it for Shawty, right?
Got
her birthday was, Their birthday passed already, right? Yeah.
Yeah, birthday. It was a few days after Christmas.
You doubled up on the gifts?
Yeah. I went pretty hard this year, I'm not gonna lie. I got to chill.
Got to, man. I got my daughter a week before Christmas and then my wife on January 12th. So that's literally 2 checks in between.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you kind of got to organize it.
Valentine's Day in a couple months, then our anniversary.
I'm not doing a motherfucking thing for Valentine's Day. We 14
I've been
again.
I've been trying to talk down Valentine's. I've been trying to do as much as I can to talk down Valentine's Day to be like, yo, this holiday ain't shit. We don't need it.
Yeah.
Shit, not working. That shit is not working.
It's only worse. It's only worse because everybody be posting what they be doing on Valentine's Day. So whenever you get to watch that,
it's that social media pressure,
it just
man.
looks bad. You know, you just got to stay off. You got to do something that requires you to stay off social media so that you can't see how good.
Like, why y'all niggas booking hotels for Valentine's Day, bro? Like, cut it out.
Just fuck at home.
Yeah, weirdos. Fucking the game up.
Niggas want to fuck with a view. Put the projector on.
Yeah, it's some early stage daters that's just like, yeah, baby, we gonna go to Aruba for Valentine's Day. Like, no, the fuck we not.
Shit is wicked, man.
Yeah,
Aruba.
Thankfully,
I get you a Roomba for Valentine's Day.
I get you a Roomba. Yeah, you gonna get you a Roomba. I'll put some roses on it. It's gonna roll to you.
Yeah,
it's gonna be real romantic, baby. And the house gonna get clean.
Oh, just to really explain as to why the fuck I'm dressed like this. just because not because it's a new year. I didn't ever explain. I just realized I never explained it. I am going to I've been going to an anime convention. It's 3 days. So this is the second day I'm actually going dressed up. I'm not just wearing this just to wear it.
Okay. I thought this was your year 23 drip, bro.
It's a drip. Like, you can really walk outside like that.
Yeah, this shit hard.
No, I'm going to an anime convention right after this.
That makes more sense.
Throwing some fucking J's, nigga. You straight?
I wish I was into buying J's only for this time.
All red forces. Look at real blood up.
That's nuts.
Yeah. But what's good with you got any resolutions this year? Anything y'all want to achieve in this year?
I don't like to call them resolutions. I mean, there's definitely things that I'm like, all right, this year I definitely want to like try to focus more on this. But I hate putting that label on it, but I guess if we're being,
who's the hipster now?
Because
I don't want to call it resolutions.
If we're being,
but still resolutions. Still.
Because what is a resolution? I mean, come on. What Webster got to say about that?
Yeah, we're going to trust Webster again. Using the white man's definition, starting on.
He's not black. Yo, Webster a black ass name.
Webster is a black name. I wouldn't be surprised.
A firm decision to do or to not do something. So okay, I guess I made a resolution.
Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. You can I think people just like have bad connotations with resolutions because usually the people that make them don't follow through. So that's why it's like you just gotta do that shit. But yeah,
but also it's because of what the resolution is. It's like such a fucking basic ass one. I'm ashamed to say it again. Like I want to get back in the gym again.
Yeah, it's not easy, bro. It's not easy.
No, yes it is, nigga. I work for a gym. I can go for free whenever I want. It's that easy.
I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to give you some bail here. I'm trying to help you out. It's like, definitely it's a mental state. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to hold myself accountable, man.
How I tell them, it's a mental state, right? Because you go to the gym often.
I do go to the gym often, and it is a mental thing. I think it takes more prep than people are willing to kind of commit to. Like it's just a matter of.
It's the hardest part. Going back to the gym because that's the hardest part.
Yeah,
lifting the weights and doing the work. I feel like that's always just comes like as athletes. I grew up playing sports, so I grew up like, all right, if I want to be good at something, I got to put the work in. So like that's something I know it's gonna come with it. But it's just going because there's a sense of like, all right, I have to go because I signed up for this team and I signed up to go to practice every single day. I don't have to do a thing now. You know what I mean? So it's that for me at least.
It's definitely something that you have to decide that you want to do, and it's something that you have to like legitimately want to do. Because you're not. It is work, and it does require a bit of a commitment. And for me, I go to the gym a lot. I really do. But I go to the gym because I want to go to the gym because I don't want to. I don't really watch a whole lot of TV. I don't really watch I watch the Knicks. That's my thing. I play video games sometimes, I watch the Knicks, and I go to the gym. Those are my 3 things that I like do the most often other than like work and shit like that. So
like watching the Knicks?
I enjoy watching the Knicks. Hold on. We 24 and 18, bro. Don't do this. Don't do this. Shit looking up right now. Like this ain't the day. You know what I'm saying?
This ain't the year.
I think we lost once.
Maybe next year, yeah. Maybe next year, champ.
We'll see.
No, we'll see. We see.
No, anyway, because this will turn into a Knicks podcast. Don't do it. But as far as like resolutions, good call, Dame. I don't fuck with resolutions for the most part.
I knew it. I knew it.
Just because a resolution.
Pod's number one hater. Never lets it down.
A New Year's resolution is just an arbitrary thing, right? You can so if you start a New Year's resolution on December 27th, right? Is it still a New Year's resolution?
Yeah.
Or does it have to start on January 1st? Right? The date of starting is kind of the problem, right? Some people say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna quit smoking. And then they'll do like 10 cigarettes like the day before they're supposed to start. Like, let me just get last one run. You know what I'm saying? It's like
it's when niggas have a bachelor party before they get married and they want to go to Vegas and go to a strip club or something. Like one, like you said, one last hurrah, one big old bang.
I get it, but I think like
I understand because I feel like the first is like this is a good clean slate. This is an easy day to start tracking how long I've been doing this. Because if I want to do December 29th.
If you subscribe to the first of the year being the actual New Year.
Oh, man.
Yeah, let's.
Now we listen.
This is why.
Oh my God.
This is why I started smiling. Like it's like. All right, you niggas. So you niggas think that January 1st?
It's actually January 1st. Shut up, bro. Stop it, bro. Stop it already.
Oh shit!
Stop it. It's a good way. It's a good way to like have like that fresh
resolution. He shut hot shit down every single chance he gets this year, and he goes trying to bring us there. He gonna roll his back.
It's very and it's funny because he thinks I'm that person. He thinks like, and I used to be that person. Like when I think about like the old pods and stuff, I did used to be that type of person who would bring it like to the the deeper side of things. But now it's like, but now it's definitely Hot is definitely taking.
No,
that
I don't even think you're that person. I think you're literally just like sometimes you just like. Are a contrarian sometimes, like but again, I think it's just me. Something about me brings out the fucking contrarian in you. He's like, that's one way to look at it, but motherfucker.
No, I've always
I think that's something that comes with like really good friendship, though. Like you're not gonna do that with just anybody else. You know what I mean? It's like
for sure.
It's like, of course, I mean this, but I also want to get on your nerves because you're my guy. Like I also want to, we'll get a little jab in and ruffle the feathers and all that shit.
Before you even like, because Hot also is the same way too. Because he's definitely said, "I only do this to bother you." Like he's definitely done that before in some way.
Some gaslighters.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Exactly.
Bro, our birthdays are like 2 days apart.
Exactly.
Like we literally, we literally are like wired the exact same fucking way. Which is, you know what I'm saying? It just again makes for great content. But fuck all that. New Year's resolutions are dumb. And just so that we're very clear, January 1st is not the first of the year. Like, it's not. It can't be. Doesn't make sense for it to be.
It can't be.
It can't be.
There's no way.
It can't be.
What is the likely chances that it's the first day of the new year?
And then, it's just, But if we're all kind of just.
How do you feel about leap years?
I mean, again, a lot of this stuff is.
We got one coming next year.
Next year, yeah, I guess so.
I guess
a lot of this shit is just arbitrary, bro. A lot of this shit is arbitrary. Honestly,
it don't exist.
That is a wild concept, though. That's just like there's 1 year where there's 29 days, and it is next year, right? By the way.
And the reason for that is because the time that we ascribe to is literally off. It literally off. If you continue without that extra year, without that extra day every 4 years, then eventually March will be the winter. Like literally, like they've done the math and realized that if you have to correct it. because it will end up fucking up what we call the seasons, because that shit is not fucking real. But again, neither here nor there. But January 1st, I mean, I've done resolutions before. They really tend to not work. You really just have to decide in your mind whether or not this is something you want to do. And I think most people's failures I think most people would actually be more effective if they did their New Year's resolutions when the new year actually starts, which is in the spring. Because again, your energy is different, right? You play different music. You play different, you know what I'm saying? Like your whole vibe is different.
Have we had this talk before about the New Year's being in the spring? I feel like one of you have said that before.
Hot has definitely said that. That's when he really feels like.
Absolutely. But like, think about it. That first car wash, bro, that first day when it's 60, 69, almost 70 degrees.
I remember this exact topic and why you counted your exact counter.
You roll the windows down and shit like that, and you play fucking you play
Return of the Mac or some shit.
Return of the Mac. Yeah, you play Return of the Mac. That first day, bro, you telling me that doesn't feel like the new year?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to go to the gym. You want to start a new something. You want to get rid of some of the bad habits you had. It's the fucking dead of the winter, bro. It still sucks. Last week sucked as much as the week before. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just... Go ahead.
I mean, I get you, but like, nigga, it's 62 degrees out. I can go out. We'll go to the car wash and put some good music on down here if I wanted to.
Yeah. No, true. What is this conversation to a Floridian?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You don't have four seasons the way we do. That's fair. I went to Disney World in December and it was like 70 something degrees.
That was your New Year's.
Yeah. So it was, definitely is different for different people, like Californians and shit like that. And not to say nothing of the fact that it's the summer in certain places on the map. So,
what about places that it's always cold in? When's their New Year's?
Yeah.
Never. You just always sad, bro.
Year one.
Like places like we talking about. What is it? That one place where it's like the sun is only up for like a couple hours, and the sun don't really even go up. That shit goes like that's like. You see it like in your horizon, and it just goes right back down.
And it just goes back down. Yeah.
See,
it's fair.
I would never last, bro. Never.
It's fair. But I think for most of at least for the western side of the world, I don't even know how. I mean, first of all, I don't know how like modern like the Chinese New Year is, or if that's like a real thing, like where they. But is that like something that they really subscribe to? Is that just more a traditional thing that they kind of do? For
I honestly don't know. I know they call it what they call it the lunar. They call it the lunar New Year, right?
The lunar New Year.
I believe the year coming up is the year of the rabbit, and I believe we just finished the year of the dragon.
That's fine.
And like the
lunar New Year is the beginning of a calendar year whose months are moon cycles based on the lunar calendar.
The same is true for Judaism. Like Judaism considers the year to be 5783 right now. The Hebrew year is 5783. It's not 2023. Like they don't do the BC AD thing, right? So it's literally the year 5783. So I don't know how much the Hebrew calendar.
They're like niggas who don't believe in gender more than one.
It's
like
just,
there is no AD or BC. There's just one.
Yeah, so it's I think because we understand that
he's just like, yeah, I'm not touching that one.
I think because there's so many different ways to kind of analyze it and see how many people kind of disagree on all that stuff, lets you know that this shit is arbitrary, man. You can make it up. So it can't be, there's no mysticism or magic in it. You can choose whenever you want, and just do that.
I subscribe to that you can choose whichever, one that you really believe in and then just kind of go with it. But you can't get mad when people don't agree with it. You know what I'm saying? It's
for sure.
You kind of just
whatever works, man. If someone was able to stop smoking on January 1st and never look back, cold turkey, that's what's up. You know what I mean? Like, do that shit every year.
That just means that they really wanted to do it. They're not just making an excuse.
It's still up to you for sure.
Shout out to the people that actually like stick to their resolutions, and because that shit is hard. Like it really is hard.
I think people have literally shamed folks into not coming to the gym second week of January because
they don't let you. I think what's it called? They don't. Was it one of those gym places? I think my girl was telling me because she goes to the gym every day. So it's what Equinox or something. One of them places they don't let newcomers come.
I was gonna say I was no. I was gonna say I could see how these bigger gyms who are they're more centered around private, more centered around like personal training because that's the type of gym I work at. It's a small gym. There's never any more than like 8 people working out in there at a time. Equinox is different because Equinox has like. It's bigger, obviously, but they still have classes and they still have everybody in there for the most part. It's a trainer, though, still. So I could understand how if you just fucking 50 people sign up and they're filling in the spaces, have no idea what the fuck they're doing, taking up all the time from the trainers and the people who are, been there
checking
for a long ass time.
Checking their phone when they on the Smith machine. And
I can understand.
Like, oh, y'all niggas gotta go.
But now if we're talking like a LA Fitness or a Retro or 24 hours and by all means, I could see those gyms being fucking packed, but I could see how some smaller private gyms or kind of like, only people who are for real.
Yep, no new members. They ain't taking no new members in this time right now. Like in the
that's funny.
That's good. Yo, go figure your shit out over there at the YMCA,
at the Planet Fitness,
and then when you if you really want to do this, come back in March.
I can honestly say that I think. The first thing a person who is kind of new to the gym should do is hook up with a trainer, for sure. But a trainer that is going to explain shit to you, not just someone who's going to put you on a treadmill. Because a lot of those trainers are just like commission based, like not scammers necessarily, but they're just trying to get people to sign up for the gym.
And they're getting cycled in for the most part too. It's not like I'm picking. It's not like I picked you out to train you. It's just so happened to be my turn.
Right. So I would definitely say find a legitimate trainer and you don't have to use them the whole time, but like the first 30 days, first 60, 90 days,
just to get a routine
get a routine in so that you can get metrics so that they can tell you where you are and where you should be, what you should be working on and explain what the process looks like. Yeah. And explain what the process looks like. And then at that point you can kind of get to it, and kind of figure it out on your own. I think everyone should see a professional at first.
Because if not, you could really end up hurting yourself too. Yeah.
You can hurt yourself and you can not be effective, right? You can, that first week you might go super hard and like not lose any weight. And that shit is going to be super fucking depressing.
Fuck yourself up, doing the wrong form, picking up too much weight.
Yeah, so it's definitely something that you gotta be serious about, and some people do it more casually and all power to them too, but you're just not gonna get results like that. And that's fine too. Sometimes you just want to test the waters and get used to something. Yeah, it's all good, man. Everyone has their own path to what they want, but it really is just gotta be internal at the end of the day. And it's not just gym shit, it's like anything that you want to do.
Yeah. But like you guys said, I think you guys like hit it right on the nail. Like shout out to people that actually are kind of like holding on to their, their resolutions and actually had their mind set on really completing them and stuff like that. My only resolutions this year, I definitely want to like keep traveling more. Like that's one of my biggest ones is I want to go to 3 different states that I've never been to. And just like make more time for me, because I feel like last year was about tending to my friendships and making sure I was making more time.
Don't do that.
For, like,
don't do that.
I can't even see him right now. So if you talking shit, I can't.
Muted him.
He might be
muted him.
Yeah, okay.
My fault. Y'all right.
Nah, I don't even know. I can't. He's like frozen for me right now, so I can't even see if he's making a face or if he's doing some type of bullshit right now. Which I want to hear about it. I want to see that shit.
Nah.
He did one of these. He did one of these.
It's just that was just the way. This year I'm gonna make some time for me. Like nigga, what? What are you?
No, literally. No, seriously. Last year, one of my biggest things was tending more to my friendships and like really like watering those like relationships and stuff like that. But it got to a point where I was doing that for a lot of people, but I was kind of neglecting my own self, like, you know, growth and all that stuff. And so it got to the point where everybody else, it almost seemed like everybody else was working on themselves at the time where I was trying to work on strengthening those friendships. And so it's like, what do you do when people are working on themselves and you're trying to work on the relationships you have with them? It's like, you know, how do you balance that out? So this year, I really kind of want to be on the opposite side of things. And I've already been like, kind of easing my way into that. Like I've definitely been like off of my phone a lot more. I've been like, you know, just kind of trying to like picking and choosing certain interactions that I want to have, like not having every type of interaction because, you know, this is another time where like you want to say yes to everything where it's like, oh, like I don't see you often. So like, let's hang out, let's do this. But like now it's like, it's important for me to just really understand that it's like, hey, I'm not in the right space for this. Let me opt out and let me really tap into what I have to do and things that I have to do.
This nigga said new year, new me. That's what's up.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Nah, I'm happy
Truly,
for you, man.
though, it is new year, new me for real. Well, it's not. I don't like that. I don't like. That's where like new year, new me, because it's not a new. It's just like I'm growing. Like it's not new. It's just I'm the same. Like it's just you just going. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever. It don't have to be new every year. It's just you know I'm just trying to figure shit out. You know, just like everybody else.
No doubt.
Imagine how people feel being like single in 2023, like just having to deal with that shit. You probably save a lot of money, but also it's like
that's kind of whack. Yeah,
it's probably played out. To be honest with you, like, I'm fortunate that you got somebody to love in 2023 that you just want to, you know, love a little bit extra, just that day, just do something extra special.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, I can't imagine, bro. Like I can't imagine. I be hearing horror stories from people that's like single, or even like just reading up on shit, like.
Yeah, man. The dating pool is a cesspool at this point, bro. Like it just is. You know what I'm saying? It's just
it's pretty difficult, man.
I honestly don't. I'm scared, bro. Like I look like, you know, me and wifey we had a lot of transformation last year, right? And there were moments where shit was kind of dicey. It was up in the air, you know what I mean? And that's heavy when you've been married for as long as I have and you got kids and stuff like that. When you get to the point where you're like, all right, how does this look financially? Like when you start asking yourself questions like that, you're really deep down in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, cool. You know, how much can I afford an apartment by myself and blah, blah, blah. Like all that shit. That's when you really, really like, damn, are we really about to get to that point? But I've been there very recently and it was fucking terrifying because I honestly don't think I can fuck with these bitches out here like today. Like I legitimately don't think I can. I'm probably really, really washed up as far as like trying to talk to girls and you know what I'm saying? And like dating and all that stuff. I legitimately don't think I'd be very fucking good at it. You know, because I'm just, you know, used to what I'm used to. Like certain efforts, I just don't see myself making. Like I feel like everything would fucking piss me off and I would just, I wouldn't call people back, bro. Like I really don't think it would. And I don't think I'm that fun of a nigga to be around. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty sure y'all have been in the dating pool more recently than I have. But yeah, nah, and again, I love women and I love like, you know, I'm not one of those niggas that like these women today, they don't know how to no. Like, nah, it's not that. It's me. Literally, I'm washed up, bro. I do not have the energy for it. So I don't know. I would have a very hard time being single in 2023 for sure.
I feel like if I were single in this time, whether it was freshly single or just like I've been single for whatever long, I feel like Hyde, I'd be scared to date right now. I just feel like now it's just like this is a bad time. Like you know how like the market is crazy right now for like you know for like real estate and shit. It's the same thing for dating.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, the market's. I can see it being the same thing. So I could see how if I were single in 2023, this would be the year of me. The year the year of self. And I'm beginning to hate this word, especially the more that I'm hearing it from not my girlfriend, but people who hang out with my girlfriend. Healing. This will be the year of healing.
This nigga hate healing.
No, bro. It's became one of those internet buzzwords, bro.
For sure.
It's became one of those where it's just like, all right, let me put this word, throw this
Some
out here.
Some of y'all are not healed.
Yeah, like the word healing.
Sure.
It's like you just somebody ghosted you. Like this, like it's like the amount of healing. I know that hurts, but like the amount of healing that you talk about doing.
Just
like,
be honest with yourself. It's not healing. It's just nigga. You got to get over the shit. That's all you. Stop putting pretty words to dress it up and shit. Like no, you just got to get over shit. And it's like they say, oh, I'm releasing you with love. No, I'm cutting you the fuck off.
For sure.
I'm glad I never heard that before. Releasing you with love. Wow. That's a flip.
Yeah. People got all these
That's one way
pretty.
to put it.
People got all these pretty ways to say stuff now. Nah, just say what it is.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Like in 2023, it's like I wouldn't even know because I think I have a fair amount of people that I talk to, but like no one that like really is like when I think about like the things that I like in people, I don't even see that anymore. Like the things that maybe it's just because I'm like I guess I'm growing older and like maybe I just don't I mean I'm not looking for it, but I really don't see a lot of things that I really enjoy in people that much to be like, oh yeah, we could do this, you know what I'm saying? Like we could have a relationship and stuff like that. I
The
don't
negative
see it,
stuff screams out a lot more than the positive stuff.
For sure.
Honestly, low key, this shit don't really make sense. Like it's not even really justifiable. You know what I'm saying? Like to like in the world we're in right now, to not be selfish and to not just focus on yourself, to make the investment in other people. That shit has so little return on investment right now. It's like it's really like not even in your best interest most times. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I think people see that and it sucks. And so in order to, everyone's just trying to not be played, right? Everyone's just trying to not be the butt of the joke, right? Yeah. So it's just like, but I also wonder though, is that just social media telling us that? And are you seeing that more in your interactions with people normally? Because I also have this issue with, I'm in a new city and I don't really like have a lot of friends out here, right? Like all my relationships are like old relationships. So I find it hard to like make friends even. Like fuck a relationship. Like it's hard enough to just like find somebody to watch the game
hang out with on a random day.
You know what I'm saying? Like so it's extremely difficult. People are very much into themselves and it's probably best.
You gotta have one of them Tinder profiles. I'm just here for friends.
Nah, they actually have that for what is it? What app is that? It's the other dating app.
It's Hinge, Tinder,
Christian Mingle.
What's the one with the fucking Bumblebee? It's like Bumble, yes. They have Bumble Friend. They have like different categories. So it's like Bumble Dating or Bumble Friends, Bumble Business. I thought that was pretty dope. It gives cheaters a way to like work around their shit. Like, no, I'm just networking.
It's my coworker, baby.
Yeah. It's like the new LinkedIn, girl.
Got a whole work wife on Bumble Business.
Do y'all have a profession that you just wholesale would not date?
Cops, military, shit like that.
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't think I could date a cop either.
I'm not definitely not.
I would test the waters just to see like if I can get away with certain shit. But if I saw that this is not something that could work into my favor, then yeah, I'm probably
now,
not.
what if they were
give you a ticket?
They were a cop, but like I think there's like cops, and then there's like
I think a CO I'd avoid before a cop.
Really?
What I'm gonna? Because I don't plan on getting locked up. I feel like a cop can stop me from at least getting locked up. The CO just going, what's she gonna do for me? Give me some extra tissue?
Oh, you're talking about benefits and shit like that. Got you.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like mindset wise. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like,
oh no.
There's cops, and then there's like Blue Lives Matter cops. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the COs, if they were to switch positions for like a week, CEOs would be out there shooting everybody, bro. So they be looking, because if you're a CEO, you're like a bouncer at a club. You're just there to beat somebody. You just there hoping that today's the day I get to beat somebody ass.
Yeah.
Oh, well, actually, one of my homegirls was a CEO in Baltimore, and yeah, I never really like I don't think highly of the role, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just, you do have to kind of be a zookeeper, a dickhead. Bit, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, it's kind of gross. But again, that's just the nature of this fucking country, right? Like, it's not, I don't think there's really a job that
I've seen that movie, Prison Song, Q-Tip.
I do remember that movie. God damn, that shit was sad as fuck. If I
great fucking movie. Great fucking movie.
Yeah, Mary J. Blige is in that shit, right?
Mary J. What's this nigga in it? Fat Joe.
Yeah. It was a BET special in like 99. Nigga, how did you even recall that just now?
He was CEO, and you know he's just going crazy, and he's like, CEO, yo, CEO, CEO, yo. He's like, click, 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 click.
This nigga's name is ready for our bank robbery that's gonna get us locked up and shit like that.
Nigga, he was a photographer that got locked up on accident. Nigga, that could have been me. Nigga, he was just trying to go to college. He was just trying to go to college.
That's true. There was another movie like that. I think it was called Lockdown, where the guy was a swimmer, and like him and his buddies got into trouble in a fight, and I think somebody ended up getting killed, and he got charged with the murder. That was another one of those BET like old DVD movies.
And this one, Q-Tip killed Fat Joe. That shit was fire. Threw him right in the fucking train track, electrocuted that nigga. It's crazy.
Definitely a fear that I like. It's definitely a rational fear that I have. Like being just thrown into a train. Every time I'm walking in like the subway or something, like I'm just expecting somebody to just push me. Like I'm just like kind of expecting that shit to just happen. Just somebody's just like, you know what? Just push him. Like
don't
even
speak that into the existence, because the homeless niggas are doing that right now. They shoving niggas off the fucking platforms and shit.
Luckily, I got a low center of gravity, nigga. We both going. I'm gonna grab your ass, nigga. We definitely both going. I'm not just, you know what I'm saying? Unless you catch me and
I'm very confident in my recovery speed. I can get the fuck back up and get out of here. Can you?
You feel me? Right.
Those facts. That question was really for you, Hod. I'm curious of the. Like, would you be able to like bag your girl again? Because y'all been together for a long time.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, y'all have like gone through a bunch of changes and
blank slate. Like y'all never met each other. She knows everything about you already.
Like
and
if you met your girl today, like 2023, like, do you think like you could?
I think she's the only girl in the world I could bag. Like honestly, like I think she's the only girl in the world that I could outright bag. For sure. Like, and again, blank slate. She's still who she is. I'm still who I am, but we got there different ways and we don't know each other. I think I would, if we say work together or something like that, I would definitely have a crush on her. I definitely would like be interested in her. Like, yo, who is that weird ass bitch in HR, bro? Like she's so cute.
Yo,
she's
always calling
smiling.
his wife a bitch, and I'm trying not to say anything. Like
it's hilarious, bro.
It's out of love, nigga.
The way that he get that off, it's just amazing, bro.
No, that's why I'm so amazed.
I love you.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it because like I'm saying, oh, you should have called you. Like, nigga, I'm amazed. Like, yo, you could do that.
That shit is new. That shit like 2 years old. Like I ain't gonna lie.
He just tried it one day. Yeah, after years of marriage, he's like, "Yeah, our daughter's 5, so I could just
start saying bitch randomly and shit."
He's like, "This bitch is getting me tight."
No. It's got to start with positive reinforcement. You know what I'm saying? You got to say, "Oh,
you a bad bitch.
You a bad bitch. Okay, I see you." You know what I'm saying? Killing all these bitches on the job.
With me right now. I'm not playing with you.
Yeah, then it becomes like, you know what I'm saying? This bitch late again. Nah, but yeah, nah.
Bitch, what about PS5?
But nah, it definitely
You said it started 2 years ago too.
Yeah. Shit is brand new.
Been shaky ever since.
And it's sparse. It's like that shit is fucking I get maybe 15 a year. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta spread them shits out.
All right, nigga. It's either you stop saying bitch, you pay $2,000 a month without
utilities. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I think I would like her. I think I would peep her vibe, and I think I would see. My thing is about dating, and is you have to be very intentional about it. You know what I'm saying? And you have to like say, yo, I like this person and I want to pursue this person, right? And that's the part that I can't get to with other people, or at least I don't think I would be able to. Maybe I could, and because I'm already in a relationship, I don't want to. I wouldn't expound the energy to. But if I was single, then yeah, I'd probably have more intention. But yeah, I think she's really dope. And I'm telling you, she's dope. She's funny. She's weird. She's just a very unique individual. And I think I would be attracted to her. So could I do it? I think so. Cause again, I think I'm a good boyfriend, and I think I'm a good like person to like, I still flirt a lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm still very, you know, I think I get it, you know? So I think I could do it.
In 2023, I don't think I could. That's like, I really don't like, when I think about like the amount of time that we had when we met like initially, and like all the stuff that like, all like the dates that we were able to go on. Yeah, we met on college. You know, we were around each other more. You're like, there was more time to have like
circumstances were different. There was less expectations when it came to dating.
Exactly.
Okay,
and it was just like there was quality time that was able to be spent. Now it's like we live a little farther from each other. You know, there's not a lot of time to have like real like in-person quality time. So it's like, and that's something that's really important to me.
Do you see yourself in a setting where you would even meet her again? Because you guys live so far away from each other?
No. Like this thing, we're not a lot in this, and we're very much not in the same spaces a lot of the times. We don't have like the same type of friends. Like,
well, we kind of have to at least like manufacture a scenario in which you guys could have access to each other, right? So like put her y'all work at the same job, y'all working on a project together. She lives in your apartment building. Like you have to like create a scenario in which y'all would have the time.
If you guys lived in the same building complex, you saw in the laundry room, like, you know what I'm saying? That's okay. Let's put you in that scenario. I like that one right there.
Yeah, and if there was like more proximity and there was able like to like build some sort of, I definitely would still very much be into her. But that's another thing. My game in 2023 is definitely different than the game I had back then. I feel like I've definitely, you know,
y'all really feel like y'all have game,
huh?
Y'all feel like y'all have game?
No.
Did you ever have game?
Yes, I think so.
Nas has an amazing.
I got long-term game. I'm not like the. Okay. I'm not the. I got long-term. Yo,
he caught one with that one.
Took his shit.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not the type that could pull up to somebody at like a club or a bar with a smooth ass line, and then get something going from there. I'm more meticulous. You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
Calculated.
Set them up, knock them down.
I think I'm the same way too. I think if you give me enough time, like if I have enough time to work with, yeah, exactly, for prep time.
You give me some prep time, man. Batman, undefeated.
So on It Was Written, Nas came up with the incredible line. I got no game. It's just
I gotta tell y'all.
I got no game. It's just some bitches understand my story, which was I've always kind of been that person.
That sounds like nothing of what I said.
What's the line again?
What is it?
The line?
I got no game. It's just some bitches understand my story.
Oh, they just know you out here.
I think what he was trying to get across there was like, I'm never trying to manufacture a situation to make you like me. It's just like my energy and my vibe and the things that I talk about is just something that women are attracted to naturally.
What he said?
And it was on Watch Them Niggas on It Was Written. But yeah, that's one of my favorite one of my favorite songs and
like
lines from that album. That's kind of always been how I felt too. Like I've never been that yo shorty, you know what I'm saying? What you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like that's never been me. And that's why most of my girlfriends have always been friends first. You know what I'm saying? Like we would kick it and we would be, you know, cool for however long, and then something would click and it would just be like, all right, let's see where this goes, right? Have y'all ever done that club party type? I bagged her, and then like we started dating.
Never been able to.
Not started dating. I mean, when I was in college, like I was in a frat. We would be the people that threw parties. I would DJ some of those parties. And if I wasn't DJing one of those parties, my boy Denz was DJing.
You
party.
already,
yeah. I was about to say, you was a party promoter and a DJ, nigga.
Setting the vibes, yeah.
And if I wasn't DJing, then Denz was DJing. And if Denz was DJing, it was fucking lit. So and then me, Jaren, you know, we were the party at our frat parties. We were the fucking one of the only black guys in the frat. So of course, like me, him, and Denz and Jaren were like the some of the only black guys in the frat. So we were obviously the fun ones. So we knew how to get shit going.
And
so, you know, obviously, yeah. So you know, we go to a school predominantly like, you know, white boys and white girls and shit. So they don't know what niggas with rhythm look like. So we out there looking like the fucking Jabberwockies and shit.
Tag team.
So yeah.
Oh my God.
So I mean, I got experience like that, but like nothing like I don't want to call that real world experience because like that's the college experience, you know what I'm saying? Like, but when it goes, that doesn't really translate to like what I'm doing at 28, 29 years old at the wharf. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah, being in a place that's like kind of like not familiar. You know, like you're in like a bar, you meet somebody in that bar, or like even just like at a party or something like that.
That goes back to the whole, you know, calculated shit. You know what I'm saying? This is our party, our DJ with our playlist playing our songs when we want them to. Like, yo, Denz, put that shit on. So it's like everything is like,
you got home field advantage.
Yeah,
you got home field advantage.
What's the? I know y'all probably been in more white spaces, especially in college, than I have.
Absolutely.
So how does the party get set in a white space? Like I legitimately don't even know. Like
at the
do you just
I've
play
been
like
to multiple frat houses, right? So obviously they start with the games. So you know they have the beer pong going on upstairs, so everybody's getting wired like that. And then typically they have a basement or somewhere with space where they could just blast music. And let me tell you, these white folk, they may not be playing the best music all the time, but yo, they got the systems. They got they got all the speakers, the bass, and all that shit, like a legit ass system. And all they need is just a little bit of seasoning in there. They all need is a brother in there that's a DJ, and then it's up.
And it's up. That's funny.
All niggas needed was an iPhone or Apple product with the DJ app in it, and it was Come on, bro. Sync my Spotify. Have that shit going till 3 a.m. for unless somebody got a charger, and we going all night.
Yeah, nah. I've only been to like a couple like frat house parties, but like, you know, the times that I did go to them, they were like very much fun and like just for the most part. Like it depends. Like I never went by myself. That's another thing too. It's like I usually went with like friends who like knew someone there or like knew people there, but like.
Did you ever go out with Matt, your roommate? Because Matt was in a frat.
No, never. Like by that time, I wasn't really going out like that. But my like going out experience was really like freshman and sophomore year, like for the most part. But once like junior and senior came around, it was mostly like just like more low key things, more low key events. Because like I don't know, Rampo just put a bad taste in my mouth. Like after a while. So I was just kind of like, I guess I got like kind of smaller, like with my my interest in going out and stuff like that. So it became like more of a intimate party setting, which I prefer these days too. Like just having more like intimate style parties.
I'd much rather just have people come over to the crib and just drink here and play a game or whatever.
Exactly.
For sure.
Yeah. But yeah, now all that to say, I just definitely wouldn't be. What about you, D? Later we can move on from that. Wait, what do you think? But I guess it's kind of, you're still fairly kind of new, right? So it's like in 2023, it's not much as like kind of.
Oh, like in terms of like, like a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Without a doubt.
Easily.
Yeah, it's like
she never met a nigga like me.
This is different.
It's just different, yo. It's just different. But yeah, no, like it's just
she love it over here.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It's a fun thing to think about. Like just those types of like I think about that often. It's like if I didn't have the amount of time, like would I still be able to? But yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. All right.
Shit, man.
The NFL playoffs starting today, this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys have been paying attention as to, the NFL season, how things played out. I'm not sure if you guys have any predictions, how it's going to play out. But I have my guesses. So for this week,
shit,
as you guys know,
that's fucking the most invested.
I mean, not this week. Let me
now
tell you that number one
talk
seed,
about the NFL playoffs.
Number one seed, you know what I'm saying? We don't got... I've been talking about the Eagles every week. All week we've been recording.
This year, I wanna go back to the January Because I Am podcast to see if niggas ever talked about the NFL playoffs in previous years.
I was the only sports nigga.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we didn't have a lot of sports knowledge. And I'm still like very much still like getting more.
Kyle, what was one of the first questions I asked when we hopped on the FaceTime? Yo, you in the sports? You in the basketball? What you? That was like one of the first things I asked.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And that's something I did want more to get into. I did want us to get more into sports conversations. But in terms of playoffs, obviously my boys ain't make it. But that's all right. I'm fine with that.
Y'all gave us a little lick before fucking the season ended, though.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It cost me my health. I watched that at a bar. I watched that shit at a bar.
Karma.
Yeah, I think I told you too. I was in a bar. It was an Eagles bar too. Like it was like everybody was there.
Yeah,
like, it was
I wanted to ask where you were at.
It was I think I went to two different bars. One was Mulligan's in Hoboken, and then the other was like this place called like Sharon's or whatever.
I've heard of
where
Mulligan's.
I had that racist interaction. But like Mulligan's, it was all Eagle fans, right? And there was like a little room in the back, and it was just full of like Eagles like fans and stuff like that. The game was going. All the TVs had the game on. And of course, I just go in. I kept it light. I had my Saints hat on. I didn't wear like the jersey or anything. I just had like, I had the colors on though.
The hoodie
sweatshirt I was wearing had. Yeah.
So the logo was covered a little bit.
Yeah, honestly, I could have covered it if I wanted to. But I had it was like a black and a gold hoodie. Like it was just had like a gold symbol in the middle. But yeah, that was it. I wasn't like going all crazy. But yeah, once that pick six happened, I couldn't cheer, bro. Everybody was going
like, Yo, Gardner Minshew, I hope you have fun. I hope you get a ring this year, and I hope you got something to, remember your time in Philadelphia by, because, buddy, your time is up. After this season, your time is up. Yeah. Nigga, you had two perfectly good chances to show your worth in this league, whether it could be with us if Jalen was continuing to be hurt, or whether it could be potentially with another team, because there's a lot of teams in the league right now that are looking for a quarterback. And you had two perfectly good chances against the...
My team is one of them.
Yeah. Against the weak-ass... Sorry, Trendo. Against a beat-up Saints team. Let's be honest. Not weak, but you guys are a beat-up Saints team.
I said the Saints didn't win. The Eagles lost. That's what I said about that game.
And then a Cowboys team where we weren't expected to win, but you could have won that game. The Cowboys were very much playing down to our level that day, because they were much more healthy. As they do a lot of the time as well. Like, that's a good team in Dallas, but they just play down to their opponents every single time, which is going to happen against Tampa Bay. It's one of my predictions, and you can't do that against Tommy, so I think Dallas is going to go bye-bye this week. But anyway, Mitch, you had a perfectly good chance to beat a good team. You had a perfectly good chance to beat a bad team and put up some great numbers, but you didn't. Now it's going to look rough for you this offseason.
I think there's still going to be a market for him because, again, a lot of teams actually do need quarterbacks right now. I don't know how high Gardner Minshew is going to be up there, but we'll see. But the Eagles got the bye. right?
Yes, sir. Stress-free week.
Yeah, it's all good.
I'm just hoping that my boy Tariq Woolen. I've been talking about this nigga since last summer.
That's one name that you've been on him.
That is somebody I've been talking up since the combine. Rookie, led the league in picks, tied, all pro, leading cornerback in votes for the Pro Bowl as a rookie, a beast. And now you have a chance, Reek. If you hear this, I know you watch some of the clips.
Of course, he listens to this. Yeah,
you have a chance to take out Brock Purdy and do us a favor of taking out what I think is the team I'm probably most scared of. That team is loaded, bro. You can put anybody, not to take away from Brock Purdy, he's good, but you could put a lot of people over there at quarterback still, and that team is still loaded at every other position enough to get the job done. Please take these niggas out, because that is the only team that is putting fear in my heart right now in the NFC.
What team?
San Francisco.
The 49ers.
Yeah.
49ers, they're loaded, bro. I'm pretty sure they got Debo back now, so...
I'm looking at the schedule now. Yeah, they playing the Seahawks. Yeah,
so do what you do, Reek. I put down $5 that you would get a pick today. So
I don't know. I haven't seen a minute of the Seahawks this year, but I cannot believe Geno Smith.
I'm shocked. That's what I was saying. I'm
shocked fucking doing
good
this,
for him,
bro.
though.
Shout out to Geno.
No, yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, good for him.
Even if he doesn't land with the Seahawks with a long-term contract, you show that you deserve to get your money somewhere at least.
Yeah. What if the fucking Jets bring him back?
That'd be fire.
I'm gonna be tight, bro. Like, just god damn it.
No. Didn't he take out with that last win? He took out of the playoff contention, right?
I mean, well, no, the Jets are AFC, so it wouldn't have been Geno. But we fell off a cliff anyway. I mean, the quarterback position just wasn't in place this year. Fucking Zach Wilson is garbage. Complete. Like, he's one of the worst quarterbacks I've ever seen, bro. Like, he can't make 5-yard, slant passes.
Is that the guy who was a fucking saying he didn't want to take responsibility for the offense and how
he didn't say he didn't want to take responsibility for the offense, but we lost a game like 6-3, and like the defense completely embarrassed the other team's offense. I don't even remember which game it was, and he still only managed to get 3 points on the board. And he was in the game.
Yeah, you got to take some type of accountability, even if maybe it's not your fault. You got to man up and take that.
Yeah, you only scored 3, and there was multiple games where he did that, where he only got a field goal off throughout the entire game. And it's like, bro,
that's why I feel like the team played behind Mike White. They didn't play behind Wilson.
Right, and it was very obvious. It was very obvious that it was you holding us back. You know what I'm saying? You give it to Garrett Wilson, he catches the ball. His yards after carry. You know what I'm saying? His yards after carry was crazy.
That boy is special.
I mean, the offensive line is kind of, beat up a little bit. And we had we lost Elijah Vera Tucker. We lost fucking Mekhi Becton. We lost Breece Hall, they were all having great seasons. But 3 points, my nigga? 3?
What happened to Michael Carter, yo? He got
Michael Carter got hurt too. Yeah. So we were down. We weren't really, again, Mike White. If Mike White had Breece Hall, we make it. You know what I'm saying? Zach Wilson could have Breece Hall and still not make it. Because he's not good.
Yeah, I like the Jets.
So we'll see. Maybe, yeah. And Quinnen, I love Quinnen Williams. Honestly, I love that's the thing. CJ Mosley, Sauce, who actually ended up winning Defensive Rookie of the Year over Tariq Woolen. There was a lot of attention to that particular thing, because obviously Tariq had more interceptions and more highlight plays than Sauce did, but Sauce, they weren't trying him. It was Revis Island all over again. I think he never had a game where whoever he was up against matchup wise got more than 4 catches in a game. Period. Fuck anything else. You know what I'm saying? So he was shutting motherfuckers down. So shout out to Sauce for winning Defensive Rookie of the Year, but and the Jets are a good team. The Jets are a good team. They just kind of need to get that quarterback thing going, and it would be very interesting to see Geno back. I kind of think they're going to go more along the Derek Carr route, But we'll see.
I just saw that today. I feel bad for Derek Carr, man. I mean, you got to perform. At the end of the day, you got to show up for your team.
I felt like they hated that nigga in LA.
But yeah, I feel like
it was just gonna blow it up.
I feel like it was always set up for him to take the fall, like to be the guy, the scapegoat, to be the guy that they were gonna blame. Like, yo, that whole front office has been a fucking nuclear bomb for the last 5 years. Like, it's been awful there between the stuff that's been happening with Gruden, Mayock, or when they brought Antonio Brown in. Like, it's been a shit show. So I think Derek Carr is going to land on his feet. I never thought he was Tom Brady or anything, but I always thought he was a super, super solid quarterback. Remember, he had that great season, I think, back in 2017. So I think
he's a good quarterback.
If he lands on the right team, I'd like to see him in a good offense. Maybe if they can get somebody to helm the team over there, coaching wise, and they put him maybe with the Colts, I think have a really nice offense that they just haven't been able to find the right quarterback for. I think Derek Carr could, maybe have his chance over there. That now that it seems like Matt Ryan is out of here for sure. Stidham is not that guy either. So
I just hope whoever the Jets end up going to get is a legitimate QB. Like, he doesn't have to be perfect, but not one of these washed up motherfuckers, man.
Nobody want to pay Lamar. Nobody want to pay Lamar then.
I think he's a little too pricey for
and country. Too country for New York.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it'll really work with Lamar. But if we went the Derek Carr route, I wonder what it would look like with Geno. I'm actually going to watch the Seattle game tonight because I actually don't. I just saw that he broke Russell Wilson's yards per season record. And it's just like, Geno Smith? That Geno Smith? Oh, okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely going to watch the game tonight.
Yeah.
How do you feel about all these records? How do you feel about all these records games? I was about to say, because that's not the only record. There's been a lot of records this year that gotten broken. Franchise records, NFL records. And a lot of people are like, just because, the extra game. Like, A.J. Brown, he broke the Eagles receiving record for most yards in a season. In his first season.
What record did Aaron Rodgers break? Didn't he break a record recently, too?
His own record. His own record.
Oh, okay. All right. Personal.
Yeah. I think Tom Brady actually just broke another. I think you might be thinking of Tom Brady, actually. Tom Brady, I think, broke the most, I think it was most completions or pass completions or pass attempts, something like that.
Not sure.
Yeah. They got them playing tonight. Jaguars playing tonight, too. Against the Chargers.
I like the Jaguars. I'd like the Jaguars. They've been hot. Trevor Lawrence he's been showing up. Trevor Lawrence needs to show up today. Because if not, nasty, man. The Chargers are another team similar to the Cowboys who have been playing down to their opponents. Like, they have a really hard. They got a hard schedule. Yeah. Chargers are in a really, really tough division, so they're seeing a lot of tough opponents week in, week out. But I think this is a game they should come away with now that their whole team's healthy, receiver wise. I'm not sure how their defense is looking now, but I know they were just lacking a lot of pieces on offense throughout the season within Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. I think barely played that many games together. So,
y'all want to knock out a bracket real quick?
I don't know if we have time.
Just like, let's see. Just look at it.
Super quick.
Just,
super quick.
I got Tampa Bay over Dallas. I got
for
Giants over the Vikings.
Yeah.
Got the Vikings over. I got the Giants over the Vikings. That would make the game the Giants versus Philly. I got Philly
Giants
taking
versus
that.
Vikings could go either way, I think.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just got the Giants over the Vikings.
The Vikings. I mean, those two called. The matchup would actually depend on who you got winning the Seattle versus San Fran game. Because since Seattle's lower seed, they will play us if
Seattle's
they won.
Lower. So then, I think so. Yeah, I actually think.
I think San Fran should win.
San Fran should win, but I
like Seattle.
I think it's gonna be Geno Magic for some reason. This playoffs,
it would be Seattle. It would be Seattle and Philly, the bird game.
Yeah, and then Tampa Bay and Tom Brady and versus New York again. That would be interesting.
Tampa Bay versus the NFC East. Tom Brady versus the NFC East. I think that's what's gonna happen.
I don't think Tom Brady makes it. I think
you think he loses
beats
to Danny
Dallas because it's Dallas. I think He's definitely losing at least by the second round. He's not making it to the NFC Championship game. I just don't see it. I definitely think the Phillies. I think Philly goes to the NFC Championship, and I like them against. I'm gonna say Seattle. I'm gonna say Philly versus Seattle in the NFC Championship game, and I think Philly is actually going to be in the Super Bowl. Now, just looking at the way it's laid out,
I'm telling you, if San Fran falls, I think it's right there for us.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only team I'm scared of, bro. Only team.
And Jalen is definitely playing. Yeah.
Thank God we won that game. Thank God we won that game because now he gets that extra week to rest.
Yeah. Okay. AFC. Is it going to be Kansas City? Is it going to be Baltimore? I think Baltimore's done, right? Buffalo, maybe.
Yeah.
Lamar's not playing, so Baltimore's out of here.
Yeah.
I would like to see Buffalo make it.
Definitely.
But
shit, we didn't get a chance to mention DeMar Hamlin. You know, shout out to DeMar Hamlin for
word.
You know, he's been released from the hospital since the incident. That shit was wild. Very fucking scary.
Hearing that story, and then realizing that when he woke up, the first thing he said was, "Did we win?" That's so much heart, but also
do you think it's cap? Man. Be honest.
It could be, but then
I think it's true because I think it's true.
I think it's true too, and I think it's true because that's the last thing he remembers.
Yeah, word.
You know what I'm saying? I think nigga, I was on the field. Why the fuck am I? Why am I in the hospital? What happened? What did we? I mean, shit. Did we win the game? That shit was important.
Did we at least win? Goddamn.
Yeah, I know for sure. To be in good spirits enough to say to utter those words, it's amazing to see. So I'm glad he's recovering, and glad we got some updates with that because I'm sure the whole everybody was kind of in a standstill of what does this mean? Everybody was kind of just what is this this man got belly injured, and everybody of course was just there were people that were on the side of what does it mean professionally, but also what does it mean is he gonna be all right? And it's hard with all these types of stories, you never really know who's getting the real story and stuff like that. It's just everybody's just kind of shuffling around with their opinions.
And without going into any detail, mentioning any names, because I'd rather not go into details about this, I hope this was a learning lesson for a lot of people when it comes to reading the room and timing, when it comes to, bringing up certain questions.
Yeah. Big
tweeting.
I understand, this may be something that needs to be discussed, but this is not something that needs to be discussed right now. This could wait a few days before. Let's make sure our guy here is okay. Let's make sure he's alive.
Yeah.
I think we got another year of this cold, non-human fucking bullshit where we just accept any old thing, this non-empathy kind of world. And honestly, I think the tech companies are trying to get the AIs out as quickly as possible so that they can kind of keep this shit going. But for the most part, I think people are kind of recognizing we actually need to be kinder to each other. I think it's feel
also more so the personalities and the people that are saying it. I think more so because it's one thing if it's just a fucking anime avatar saying it. It's another thing if he didn't say it, but if Stephen A. Smith were saying some shit like that, it's a big deal. It's a big name. It's a lot of people. A lot of people follow him.
But for a while, it was marketable to be an asshole, and it was marketable to be the most kind of controversial. And I don't think we're living in that world anymore.
We're slowly making that progress. I remember when it was normal for a player on the opposite team to get hurt, and you're celebrating over here because he's out. Yeah, we have a chance. No, it's not like that. I remember I got humbled real quick on Twitter when I was maybe 2011, so maybe I was 15.
Oh yeah, that was the
14,
Wild West
15
of Twitter.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know any better. And I was going up against this fucking this black nigga, fucking cornball now, Robert Griffin, RG3. Right?
Look at your description.
Black nigga, corny nigga.
Look at your description.
Yeah, I was going up against RG3, and then it was that game where he got hurt real bad, and it was he did the stanky leg, and it looked really bad.
Yo, we can't do that. But yeah, that happened.
Yeah. And
he never should have been in that game for sure.
Yeah,
that was awful.
But but prayers for him still, because obviously that stuff has like long.
Nah, he's cool. Yeah, pray for his barber.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Jesus. Anybody got a dark horse in the AFC? Is it just going to be Kansas City?
Nah, because niggas is hurt. So unless I think Jacksonville would be the only one, but it's going to be down to Kansas City, Chargers, Buffalo, Cincinnati. Those are the four.
I never believe in Chargers. I think Chargers get knocked out in the first round against Jacksonville.
That'd be some shit.
I'm definitely gonna watch it because I'm curious. I would hope that Jacksonville will knock out the Chargers. I'm not gonna lie.
I think ultimately it's gonna be
too much about Chargers this year.
There's gonna be the Eagles, and it's gonna be. I think this is the year for Buffalo, yo.
Yeah, Eagles was Buffalo.
I think so.
And
I think this is the year for Buffalo.
Yo, I know ESPN is like this, bro.
Nigga, if people want to, for the people
checks right now,
for the people with the tinfoil hats who believe in the conspiracy and believe that things are rigged, this is the perfect. I'm not sure about Philly so much, but Buffalo making it to the Super Bowl, like the storyline would be perfect for the conspiracy theorists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I would love an all Northeast Super Bowl too.
I see it being Philly, Tampa Bay in the conference finals, and then I see us winning. But Tom Brady, after his divorce with Giselle, could come back, turn around, like having the shit start of the season, having not the greatest season at all. If he were to make it to the Super Bowl, that'd be fucking crazy. Going up against the next best guy.
I just realized I can't have Philly and Seattle because if Seattle wins, then they play Philly next.
Yeah.
Okay. So, damn. I'm going to say Philly and the Giants.
Fuck out of here.
All right. I have no fear of the Vikings, bro. I don't have no fear of the Vikings, and then
Vikings are out. I think the Giants are beating the Vikings, but I think Tom Brady beats the Giants. Tom Brady gets his lick back finally to end his career.
Tom Brady gets his lick back, bro.
To end his career, he finally gets to say, "I beat the Giants in the playoffs." At least,
even if he does, he beat fucking Daniel Jones.
Who cares? That's at least something he could say. Like he has something he could like get off his chest. At least I feel like that's why he's still playing because he wants to beat the Giants in the playoffs.
It's just them one niggas, yeah, for sure. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm looking at a Buffalo Philly Super Bowl. And
I got us winning, but I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that like Buffalo.
I think Buffalo gets it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that Buffalo can't beat us though.
Who you got, Tren?
I think I got Philly, but I would really because Buffalo been working real hard. They got something to prove because last year was also a good year for them as well. So it's like it would be nice to see them take it, but I really ultimately think that like. Philly also been playing their ass off this year too, and they definitely deserve it. That would be like an amazing like wrap to Philly's year because they've been playing their ass off as well. So I think this year, currently, I think Philly.
Yeah.
Ultimately, whatever happens, let's just hope that we get good officiating for every team throughout the entire playoffs. There's been a lot of sketchy shit that's been going on the last few weeks of the season. Whether it been the Rams game or the Giants game, I believe, or what game was that? Where I forgot. But there's been a lot of missed calls blatantly missed calls throughout the season that cannot happen. We've had way too much drama in the last few years when it came to the postseason. The Des Bryant catch, the fucking the Super Bowl missed pass interference. That's what the Super Bowl. The conference final missed pass interference call. There's been too much. So no more of that. Let's hope we get some good referees inside there this time. We can have a smooth, competitive playoffs.
The Des Bryant catch is still one of the most disgusting call of all time.
Yeah.
It just is. I don't think it's debatable.
Let's get into like stuff that people been watching so far. You start with the little stuff. Did y'all hear about Passion of the Christ? Y'all heard that's going to be coming out?
Again?
Passion of the Christ 2? Electric Boogaloo?
Electric Boogaloo? Niggas can't be saying my thing is, why do we need a second one?
We do. Low key.
Like he rose again. What you talking about? You ain't read the source material, nigga?
You read the comics, bro? You set it up.
Yo, they've been talking about this shit for like 2,000 years, bro. It's like longer than the MCU.
The setup is finally paying off. Finally get to know what happens.
Oh man, I really think he gonna set it off this time.
Yeah, this shit long. This shit long. We waited for this longer than we waited for Avatar 2, nigga. This shit gonna be incredible.
Imagine playing Jesus though, bro. Like, imagine having that on your on your docket. And do they make him black this time?
I mean, he was always miscast. Let's be clear. You know what I'm saying? So like, are they gonna like rectify it? Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, nobody's gonna respond, huh? Okay.
There was actually a show on CBS that was actually pretty good. It was called The Messiah. It was literally just one season.
Was he black though?
Or gay?
He was Middle Eastern. Yeah, he was Middle Eastern. But the whole thing was, is this really Jesus? And it was a good show. It was a good show. It was on. Is
this
CBS
being made by HBO
season.
Max?
Well, right now I think it's just rumors. I really am just.
If HBO Max picks it up after seeing what they did with Velma.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I'm uncomfortable.
They're gonna make Jonathan Majors. They're gonna make Jonathan Majors Jesus.
Yo, honestly, I totally see that.
I'm down.
I totally see that.
See this nigga kick some
totally
ass.
See that. It's like, yo, this nigga King and everything.
Yo, do y'all? So, I mean, I don't know how much we're gonna fucking talk about the Passion of the Christ too, but I actually do think
much.
I was just
breezing.
I think Jonathan Majors.
I'm clipping that though. That was great.
This is the year of Jonathan Majors, and I think I saw the new Quantumania trailer. I think it looks fucking amazing.
Bro, he looks good.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Pause, if necessary. But yo, that thing looks good, yo.
The fact that he's gonna beat the shit out of Scott Lang and then beat the shit out of Adonis Creed, like in like consecutive months.
I think he's gonna kill. I think he's killing that nigga, yo, Scott Lang. I think he done up. I didn't think it was gonna be Scott.
After this trailer, it's a little different, but I thought he was gonna be killing like the previous Ant-Man, just to get things riled up. But like now,
Scott gonna be walking with a limp after this, no matter if he do live.
For sure, because they low key didn't allude to like when Black Panther came out, right? Because I mean, the other ones are Thanos, obviously, and Killmonger being the best MCU villains, but they didn't allude to like Killmonger being so formidable. When Black Panther came out, and he very much almost killed T'Challa in that movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got very close to it. For a period of that movie, we thought T'Challa was dead. So the fact that it's kind of clear that Ant-Man has literally fucking nothing for this man, I really hope they don't fuck it up. There's no MacGuffin that I mean. And even if it is, right, because the whole thing is like there's multiple versions of Kang out there. So like the man at the end of time, I never remember this fucking name from the Loki series. But like
He Who Remains.
Yeah, He Who Remains. There you go. So He Who Remains dies, and he's like, look, I've been holding these niggas back this entire time. So, yeah, you're gonna get. This looks like the more militant version of Kang, right? He has an army, he's more diplomatic. At some point, Jonathan Majors is gonna have to play like a complete psychopath. He's gonna have to this shit is gonna get crazy.
He's gonna go crazy. He's gonna go crazy.
I love that. And I said this about like Moon Knight too, because I was like, the reason why I like Moon Knight so much was because the actor got a chance to really like try. Like, you have to have a bunch of different roles, and you have to like get a chance to. It's really challenging your acting skills. Jonathan Majors has a big challenge, like with all these different versions and stuff like that, and like making it believable. So I would love to see like the multiple different versions.
Like, what if it's just him as every villain for like the whole just like, yo, you gotta be Kang's ass, you gotta be Kang's ass, you gotta be Kang's ass. All you niggas gonna have to get a different version.
Run it up. Let's go. Got a whole bracket.
Shout out Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
That would be hard.
Jonathan Majors, though.
Yeah, I think we'll ever get somebody saying nigga in the MCU.
No.
Never.
Do we have any
even Blade?
Do we have any R-rated MCU?
He's British. He can't.
Blade can't say nigga now.
No, British niggas can't say nigga. No.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Damn, Idris. or Captain America, the new Captain America, because Falcon's gonna be new Captain America. He can't look at Blade and be like, nigga. He can't get one of those moments.
I feel like Falcon is the one character who he's one of them niggas that don't say nigga, like, because he like,
probably don't say nigga.
If anybody was gonna say nigga, it would have been Luke Cage.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
But I don't think we have any R-rated MCU movies, and I don't know if the word nigga.
Why it gotta be R-rated, bro?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, can you say nigga in a PG-13 movie? I can't recall one in which you could.
Yo, they might get it off in Deadpool if they put the right nigga in there.
Bro, if they say
Deadpool might say it itself.
Deadpool gonna say it, and then he gonna pull the mask off. It's gonna be somebody else. That's not Deadpool, but it's still Ryan Reynolds who said it though.
Yeah, that would be hilarious, but also in such poor taste. It would be hilarious though. I would definitely like laugh at that shit for sure.
You know what? I think what was that movie with with Bow Wow and Brandon T. Jackson when they won
Percy
the lotto?
Jackson? No, never mind.
Lottery?
Yeah. Was it just called Lottery? Lottery ticket. I'm pretty sure that movie was PG-13, and it was PG-13, and Brandon T. Jackson says, "I'm broke, nigga." And it was like mad random, and I think that's the only PG-13 movie I can remember hearing somebody say nigga in.
Booker T said it when he was busting a promo. He said, "Hulk Hogan, I'm coming for you, nigga."
He got that.
John Cena said it too. I'm pretty thin. John Cena or Vince McMahon said it. Like, come on, yo, we can't get a nigga in the MCU from an actual nigga. Like, then that's. What are we doing this for?
What are we doing this for, right?
What's the purpose? Anyway, I just thought about that recently because I really would like
watch it be Ariel. Watch Ariel get that shit off in a Disney movie.
These niggas tripping.
That shit is funny, man. Yo, I got smoke for certain actors. I ain't gonna lie. Like Denzel Washington's son, I can't remember his name. David Washington.
David Washington. Yeah. Why? Was it because of was it Malcolm and Marie? Because that's when I had smoke with him.
It was because of Malcolm and Marie. I've never seen him like body anything. I thought Tenet was weak. I thought Malcolm and Marie was weak. I thought Black Klansman, was it Black Klansman he was into?
Black Klansman, yeah.
That was okay. Like he was this rising star, and I didn't see him kill anything. You know what I'm saying?
What was that Netflix one he was in where he was like a tourist and he was just beating niggas' asses?
I don't remember that one. Probably.
So it's been in my it's been in my watch later one, but I haven't gotten to it yet because it looks like Black Batman or Black Taken actually. It looks like a Black Liam Neeson.
Yeah, I'm just not impressed. I'm not impressed with him, man. And I think we've been trying to like replace the Denzel and like the Will Smith kind of like the premier Black actor. And I think Jonathan Majors actually has a real chance of becoming that guy. I think for a while, I think Abdul Mateen, I can't remember his fucking name either. Abdul Mateen, the one that was in Candyman, right? I think he had a chance to kind of be that as well, but he had a few roles that Candyman specifically, a film that just didn't hit the way it probably was supposed to. He got the Jordan Peele look.
He was in the DC movies too, Black Manta.
He was Black Manta. That again, another one that he was good in, but it didn't really work for what it was. You have to pick your movies very, very well. I don't know about the breakdown. I remember him from the
Netflix show. That was the Netflix show with the DJs and Jaden Smith was in it.
Oh yeah, he was in that shit.
Who's that nigga? Yeah. Who's that nigga? That does the voice for Spider-Verse? Blackhead.
Fuck, man, I can't recall.
He was also the main character in Dope.
He was also in Dope. Yeah, yep.
I love him. Love him.
He's dope, and the Spider-Man thing is gonna also be a big deal for him this year. He's a little young.
He wanted the best Spider-Man.
Yeah, for sure. So and he's also in the Wu-Tang series as well. He plays Raekwon in the Wu-Tang series. You got a lot of Black actors out there, but like, who is the Denzel, right? who is the this motherfucker's on the screen. Do y'all have any of those actors who you don't even really care what it is? You're gonna go check them out because you just fuck with that actor? Mine is Jonathan Majors.
In more recent times, and I know we're going to get to it eventually, or probably next, but I know he's not. I don't even know what his build background. I think he's Latino actually.
Is it Giancarlo?
Giancarlo,
yeah,
Giancarlo Esposito. Yes. He always plays bro. He's been killing shit a lot lately. He's in The Boys, right? I think he's in The Boys.
Mm-hmm. He's in The Boys. He's in the new Star Wars, The Mandalorian.
Star Wars. Yeah,
The Mandalorian. He was a big character in Breaking Bad.
He was a Community. Shout out to oh my God, he goes back.
No. He's he was in Do the Right Thing. He was in fucking he was in School Days.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, he was bugging out. You know what I'm saying? His character name is literally bugging out.
Video games. He's a main character in that Far Cry shit.
In
the
Far
villain,
Cry,
no?
Yep, he's the villain in Far Cry.
He's put him in any medium, my nigga.
Bro. He's from Denmark. The nigga is from Denmark. That's wild. I didn't even know Denmark existed when this nigga was born.
Destined for greatness.
For sure. He's incredible.
He's dope as fuck.
He's got almost 200. He was in Godfather of Harlem. Obviously Kaleidoscope, which I think we all watched at this point.
Yep. I want to talk about it. Talk about the orders we watched and shit.
Did you have an actor? Did you have an actor though, Dame?
I was trying to think. No, I mean Denzel used to be that. I can't. I was gonna say it can't be Will anymore because I still haven't watched Emancipation, and then
it's definitely not Will. Even if it was Will, it's not Will.
Yeah.
Did I think I said last year that I hated him in King Richard.
Yeah, you did.
Okay,
I didn't see that. That's why I can't say Will because I haven't seen any of those.
Didn't King Lear come out too? With wasn't Denzel in that too?
Damn, who do I?
He was in
go to?
The Shakespeare. It was a Shakespeare
Macbeth.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh, Macbeth. I thought it was King Lear. Damn.
No, it was Macbeth, and that shit was fucking terrible too.
I don't think any actors got me in a chokehold right now.
It was probably excellent, but the fact that they kept the exact same dialogue and just watching the nigga from Training Day, this was the first time, and he got the best actor nod for that movie, by the way. But this was the first time where I was like, Denzel, really? Nigga, you cannot do every fucking thing, bro. This shit is goofy as fuck.
Let's get into Kaleidoscope. So Kaleidoscope, basically a heist anthology where every episode is it takes place in a different period, either before the heist or after the heist, and there's actually there's an episode that is the actual heist day. And it was the way that I heard about it. A buddy told me, he's like, "Yo, you seen that show Kaleidoscope yet?" I was like, "Nah." He was like, "Yeah, apparently you can watch any episode, you can start with any episode, and the story still makes sense. You can just watch it in any order that you really want, and the story will still be cohesive." So that's how he sold it to me. And you know me, I'm a sucker for anthologies. We talked about this a lot, Damon. I'm just I'm very big on those types of stories. So once I heard about it, I was sold. And once I started watching it, I was already sold. So
yeah, I thought it was interesting.
Anthology format. It wasn't really much anthology, but it definitely has I like the format. I like the format of the stories where it's kind of broken up, and you have to kind of piece it together. That's why. That's
I thought it was interesting because I thought that when I saw it in my Netflix that this is the order that this is supposed to be in, but you can watch it however you want to, right? Come to find out that Netflix actually puts it in a different order on everybody's account. So,
really?
Yep. So your order of what you had it on your Netflix is different than what my order is, and it's different than what Hod's is. So once I found that out, I was like, "Oh fuck, that's cool as shit." What I did though, I ended up looking up, what are some different type of orders, right? Yeah. And then there was one that was like, "Oh, if you want to watch it to make it look like a drama, here's this. If you want to watch it in chronological, like this. If you want to watch it to a mystery, like this." And I saw the mystery one, I was like, doing the mystery one. So before we go into the order, I think we should go over we don't have to go over what each episode was about, but I think we should say when each episode happened. So I have the order right here.
Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, big spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it already, skip ahead. +30, +30, +30, +30, +30. Keep pressing that button.
Yeah.
But yeah, So for the Kaleidoscope order, this is the chronological order. I'm just gonna say it like this. So episode Violet was 24 years before. Episode Green was 7 years before. Episode Yellow was 6 weeks before. Episode Orange was 3 weeks before. Episode Blue was 5 days before. Episode White was the heist itself. Episode Red was the morning after. And then episode Pink was 6 months after the heist.
Yeah.
So I believe you can watch it in any order, but they wanted you to watch episode White last, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because in the order that I watched it in, because I don't want to snitch on myself. I don't have Netflix, but I did end up watching the series. But the order that I had it, White was the last.
Yeah, I watched it.
That's crazy because White
definitely
was not the last episode on mine.
I don't think it was either, but
it was last on mine though. So
yeah.
So yeah, they said that you should watch it last. So I watched it last. So did we all watch it last? White.
I watched White last.
In my first playthrough. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I ended up watching.
No matter the order, I think that was probably the best to watch it last. Honestly.
For sure.
I think
you definitely want to watch White
last.
last. But I do challenge the notion that you can watch any of the episodes in any order. I don't agree because my first episode was Green. I watched Green first because it was the first one on my list.
7 years before.
When they were all in. 7 years before when they were in prison.
Yeah.
It was Stan
breaking out.
Leo's character.
Right. And the second episode I watched was Pink, which was 6 months after.
6 months after. So that's when Stan and Ava are at the crib. Yeah. Everybody dies basically.
So when I watched it, I got about 30 minutes in and I'm like, this shit doesn't make any fucking sense to me. And I feel like the end of this, whenever it ends, is gonna ruin the journey for me, right? So let me stop it. I stopped it with like 17 minutes left in Pink. And then I said, okay, let me go back and watch a different episode and see if it still makes sense. So I ended up watching.
That's a good idea.
Right.
That's a good idea.
So I ended up watching Violet after Green. And
which was 24 years
24 years before, which is when he was doing the heist with Graham or Roger
with
Salas.
Graham. Right.
Yeah.
And from Green to Violet, I'm in. Now I'm in. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm in.
Yeah.
And I think at that point, I probably just did it in chronological because I don't think you can do 5 days, then 3 weeks, and 6 weeks. I think you have to do 6 weeks, 3 weeks, and then 5 days. So I think those middle parts, you can move around certain things. I don't think you can move around everything. And I think what it really is that you can either start with Red, start with Green, or start with Violet. Everything else kind of has to flow a certain way.
I started with Red.
Okay. I think those are three that you can start
Red
with.
Is the morning after.
Which was a great episode.
It's the shortest episode, I think, too. Yeah. I think it's like 30 minutes. Like every other episode was like 40, 50.
Right.
But Red was like 30 minutes long. So
and I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed my order, but I did mostly chronological besides Violet being second and Green being first. And I ended up watching Pink before watching White. And White was still last, but I basically I watched it emotionally. And wherever the episode ended, I let that tell me where I wanted to watch, what I wanted to watch next, which ended up just being in chronological order. So it was like, well, shit, they getting closer now. Let me do the 5 days one. I don't want to go to Red now because I know that there's certain things that are being placed in the 3 weeks before that I don't want to skip over. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up watching it chronologically from there. But I enjoyed damn near every minute of the show in chronological order. I'm interested, Dame, in how you saw it in your mystery order.
Yo, the mystery order, I loved it. Halfway through, I was like, damn, was I really sure about watching this order? But towards the end, I'm like, okay, I'm really happy that I did this. So I watched Red first, so it was the morning after. So, you know, they're in the truck. Everybody basically is like getting fucked. They find out about the bonds. So it kind of leaves that notion of like, okay, we're starting at the end. what I thought is like, we're starting right after the heist, so I think that's a dope ass spot to start one. And it's like, all right, everybody got fucked. So many questions based off of this one episode. Dope, great way to start.
What happened? Yeah,
exactly. Next, Yellow. So this is 6 weeks before. Oh damn,
that was my first episode.
You guys remember what happened this episode? Can you give me a fresh reminder?
Yellow was when he was basically getting. I think this was like almost fresh out of. No, not fresh out, but he was Leo.
Oh, he was going out. He was getting
finding the people,
getting the crew together.
Yeah.
So that's dope. So figuring that out. And then I'm also at this point, because they mentioned that like they have an insider, and I think in the first episode they have a mole. So at this point, I'm trying to guess who the mole is, and I'm trying to guess who Leo's inside person is, which ends up being his daughter, which you don't really learn until the end, I believe, of Yellow or the end of the next episode, something like that. So at that point, I predicted, I'm like, yo, I think the black girl is this guy's daughter. That was like my first prediction.
That's interesting.
So watch that one. So they're getting the team together, and then we watch Pink, which is 6 months after. I kind of wish I watched this episode in a different spot
towards the end.
Yeah. But or I actually like what Had said about stop cutting it at a certain point. I definitely would have liked to not watch Leo die that early.
Facts.
So I'm kind of upset about seeing that in the third episode, because now I know what his ultimate demise is. But then again, I wouldn't know when to go back to that in hindsight.
And also, I agree with that too. But then you realize all the things that like kind of led up to that moment where it's like you realize
Bob's
he's gonna
still
die.
Alive.
Right. Yeah. And it's also like you realize that he has like this illness that's honestly taking him out. Yeah. And it's like it's kind of like,
you didn't
like
really like
Bad.
That. You also didn't really notice up until that point.
Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of like Breaking Bad, where like this character is gonna die, but you just don't know how. Is it from the hands of the illness? Is it from the hands of somebody else? You don't know.
Exactly.
And then there's also something about that episode that I learned. I don't know if it's a rumor or if it's actually true, but it tells you who was the person that killed him. But we'll get
I know
into
who it is.
Later.
There's only one. Yeah, there's one thing that gives it away.
Did you know when it happened, or did you have to look it up?
I knew way later. Happened. I think my girlfriend pointed it out.
Okay.
I knew way later. And that's only because of the way we watched it.
Yeah.
I knew when it happened.
I didn't notice until afterwards. Actually, no. Yeah.
After the episode, but I think that was another one of the reveals in White. If you, I think it was
if you paid attention.
If you paid attention.
Yeah.
So.
Because it's also something that could have easily been missed as well if you're not paying attention to the guy's shirt.
Yeah. Can I ask y'all a question before you finish? Who is the baby's daddy? Because I don't think they explicitly said it. I think I know who, but I think who is it?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
That was a question that I had too.
What do you mean? Like his son's daughter? His son's dad?
No, the girl's.
The girl's daughter. Yeah. I think it's Graham's.
I think it is too, and I think the fact that other than her father, I think first of all she was already pregnant when her dad came back. And I think they never alluded to them having a sexual relationship, but you can imagine him being such a narcissist that finding out that she's pregnant, he was very dismissive of it. He gave her a promotion, but he never actually addressed the fact that she was having his kid. And I think that was part of the reason why she decided to turn on him, right? It was like, yo, my dad's been saying you not shit, and then we have this situation. I thought that we would be able to because she was nervous, right? She was nervous about the situation when she was talking to her little Korean friend, who she was fucking, by the way. Like that was a weird thing.
That's her sister. That's her sister.
What?
Yeah, she was adopted. When she went through that whole foster.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense then. Yeah. That makes sense then. But
her name is Hannah Kim now.
They did kiss though, which was
they kissed. And they were very filling each other up in the restaurant at some point.
No. That was when she was.
That's when she was going undercover. That's when she was going undercover for stylist for the to show why we need to you need to hire us for security because we infiltrated your shit like this.
Oh, yeah, and it was easy. So that's
got it.
So if we can do that easy, think about that's why you
that part
didn't. So she was
that part got past me,
which kind of already set up the fact that she was sneaky and a mole in the first place.
Yeah,
she was.
And you have to be. I don't know if you guys know about ethical hacking and shit like that, but they absolutely will pay you $500,000 to try to break into their shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, tech companies and shit like that. But continue.
Word. So after I watched Yellow, I watched Green, which is him breaking out of prison. That's how you know. So we know that's how you know how he meets Stan, where he knows Stan from at least. So that links up exactly.
I think he meets Ava that episode too, because when he breaks out,
he knew Ava from back in the day from Violet.
No, not meets Ava, but that's when we first. No. That's when we first see Ava.
That's what.
But
that's when you would have maybe, nigga.
Yeah, maybe.
When he comes out and he meets her
again. That's when we see her
again,
again, and we're like, okay, so they've known each other for a while now. That's what it was like to me.
Yeah.
Right. And then the cops come in and investigate her. Yeah. This is also an episode where the FBI agent takes. Did you notice that?
Abasi,
she takes the script out the doctor's bag, when they're investigating and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize until my second time watching all the way through. I was like, "Oh yeah, she took that thing," and that's when you knew that she was still, on that shit.
Yeah, but, for sure.
Yeah,
and then
she was weird, man. There's always that super obsessive, hard dick cop.
Yo, the way she died, I think was dope. Sure. Yeah. The way she died was dope, and it was
Facts.
And it's like one of those things if you're paying attention to the dialogue, you know how she died. You know exactly how she died.
Yeah. And I think that shit is real, by the way, too. I think that shit happens all the time.
For sure. They warned her.
Yeah.
So after Green, we watched Orange.
That was
this is 3 weeks before.
3 weeks, yeah. This is a fucking strange ass order you did, bro.
Yeah. It started with the FBI agent, and it was really mostly around that, and because that's the episode where Ava got busted, or she was basically
when she got compromised. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that's when you find out that Ava is the mole.
The mole. Yeah.
The quote unquote mole.
Which I knew she wasn't gonna be ultimately.
6 Violet. That's when we watched basically you get the whole backstory behind everything, why he hates her so much. And then we watch Pink, which is no, I'm sorry. After
before I hit off that real quick, do you actually think he could have saved her?
No.
Yes.
I don't think so.
Love it. I think it's all about perspective.
Yeah.
I think he could have, but I think he legitimately didn't see her. I think when because he's like, where is she? And it's she's right there. He's like, nigga, I don't see her. I'm not gonna fucking play this game with you, bro. All right, I'm sorry, I'm out. I think he could have if he saw how close he was to her, but I think he genuinely did not see her on the floor.
That's the only reason why I don't think he could have, because I just don't think he had enough time to do it.
Yeah.
And she couldn't walk.
Yeah. But he did
at
also.
That point,
but it was still his fault because he started that fucking fire.
No, don't get me wrong. Yeah, absolutely. That's why he got tried for murder at the end.
Yeah. So,
and then so we watched Blue after Violet, which is 5 days before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and then we watched the Heist.
Yeah, Blue was when they figured out that the back door was closed, right, and that they had to
they had to find another way.
Yeah.
To break into the safe, and he broke into the house, did the shit with the eyes or whatever, the eye drops and all that stuff.
That shit was hard too. That was one of my favorite little things was the doctor visit. You know what I'm saying? That was such an ill setup. Because I wonder, and I don't recall, but I wonder if there was anything alluding to her fucking with his vision before that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she put something in his Visine or something like that. Maybe he had because everyone needs an eye doctor visit, but I've put off eye doctor visits for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? If she was oh man, if there was anything my eyes, every day I wake up with a headache and it takes longer for my vision to I just didn't see it, but I wonder if there was any of that in there that I might have missed.
Mm-hmm.
But no, you got to go to the doctor. You got to see what's going on with your vision.
Yeah. Facts.
Right.
And then white was the actual heist.
Yeah, the heist and stuff. And the heist was fire, man. Yo, R.I.P. RJ. And to do him like that. Fuck that bitch, bro. She found a new way to piss me off every episode.
You talking about Judy?
Yeah.
Judy's goofy, man. And bitches like Judy are goofy. Like, just in general. You know what I'm saying? Like, because again, essentially, this very smart woman who knows chemistry, who knows calculations and all this stuff, is really the smartest person in the room, is just digmatized. You know what I'm saying? Like, essentially, this dude is no good for her. She's way above his league, right? You can't like a nigga like Stan and like a nigga like Bob. Like, it's just not really, I mean, I guess you can, but not for a relationship. Like, how is Bob the nigga you're with? You know what I'm saying?
Bob is street smart. Stan was like, I wouldn't even say Stan was like smart. Like, he was just,
I don't think Bob was very street smart. He made mad mistakes.
Yeah, he was just kind of like,
it was the dick. It was the dick, bro.
He was the and like, I guess symbolically he was kind of like the Ray in that standpoint, because he went through the same thing that Ray did, where it was like, yo, just one last heist. Mm-hmm. You know, like when Ray came to him and was like, yo, let's do this, and he was like, I'm out, but he still went back anyway. Same thing that happened with him and Graham. So like he was kind of like the same in that same light. Like, I was like wondering, I'm like, what are all the significance of all of these characters? You know what I mean? And yeah, Stan was really like, that's all I really could figure out, is that he kind of was in the same position as Ray, where like he, you know, had something to come back out for, but you know, when he got back out, it was gone, and you know, he kind of had to figure out what he wanted to do with his life and if he was going to stay in it or not. So, he wasn't even that smart. And I don't know.
Nope.
Like Judy, I'm not sure what it probably was a dick, to be honest with you. Which ultimately ended up fucking all of them. Yeah, the accent. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Because he fucked up his hand, right? He went to Ava's house. He went straight to her. Like, bro, like, we are committing a crime together, my nigga. Do not ring my bell, bro. Are you like, what kind of dumb shit are you on? And you're the most compromised nigga in here. How are you the one that's gonna be putting that? What leverage do you think you have? We'll all kill you. Every
the red
last one
flag
of
was
us.
him getting caught. Period. The way that we found, like the first time I saw him, because I think I think it was episode Yellow, where you know she was doing that thing where they were all in the lineup, picking him out in the lineup. So we get introduced to him being a fuck up.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and it's like, and he was already like, he was bugging the fuck out. I think Yellow was the same episode where where they did that first heist of Diamond Way.
Yeah.
They like when he stayed behind and like, you know, ended up getting shot where he fucked up his hand.
I really thought the butterfly clip that he gave her was gonna be relevant to them getting caught too.
It was.
Was it? No, I think no. So he
they
got
matched
caught
it when they
he tried to pawn it off, and then it was able to be traced.
I thought because he got on Abashi's radar.
When the feds,
and that's when he called Leo and Ava talking about, yo, I think they're on to us because I tried to sell this and we're running out of funds and all that shit.
I missed that part too.
When the feds were stalking him, they ended up seeing the butterfly necklace, and they were able to trace back him to Ava and everybody on that heist, because I think he was wearing it he had it when he went to Ava's house. So then when he gave it to, you know, to Judy, it was kind of like he was connecting all those dots, and the feds were able to put all those pieces together.
I saw it differently. I saw Bob going to Ava's house, get caught on the picture, right? I don't know how, I can't recall how they linked.
Maybe you should have watched it my way. I don't know
how they linked Bob and Judy, but Judy was on Stan's visit list, and Stan's visit list was how they connected Stan to, and his cellmate was Leo. So they got Ava and Leo from Ava, Bob, Judy, Stan, Leo. So like, again, I saw it differently. And maybe there were multiple connections, but it was
the only innocent man here was RJ, I guess.
Yeah.
It seems like.
Yeah.
The only one that was just like genuinely just like, and all the people that didn't deserve to die, it was him, bro.
And they set that up. They set the emotional kind of.
I didn't think it would be Judy to do it.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So you needed blood on her hands, right? Because you needed because you kind of were rooting for Judy and Stan, but then when she made that decision to side with Bob when he was trying to it's like, oh, you're a bitch too, right? Like this is why you and Bob are actually made for each other, because y'all both fucking scumbags. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really what it was. So I guess they needed Judy, the writers that is, needed Judy to kind of do something. You know how like you guys have been in writing classes. You've heard of the save the cat theory, right? Y'all have heard of the save the cat theory, right?
They didn't call it that, but it was like, are you talking about like the damsel in distress kind of thing?
No. So
like
the save the cat theory is when you haven't
save the pussy.
Yeah, like what do you think? Like, is that where your mind went? No.
No, like come on, bro. They talk about the imagery of cats and being related to women, and it's kind of like, oh,
no.
Women only exist within this world to be saved.
No. The save the cat theory is like when you have an anti-hero in a story, you have to see them do something noble for no other reason than to do it in order to get other people on their side. So, they'll do something like save a cat out of a tree. And like now to justify all of the bad shit that they have to do to get to make ends meet. Right. So it's just a storytelling thing where like if you have a person that's going to be doing something terrible, but you want people to root for it, they have to save a cat first, or they're just going to be looked at as a bad person. Right. So I feel like they did the reverse with Judy, where they expected you to like her and root for her relationship with Stan. But in order for her to ultimately meet her demise, or to allude to her eventually betraying Stan, which she did in the Pink episode at the end, you had to kind of already see that she's a shitty person. Like she had to do something shitty, like kill RJ. Like, oh, so there's no chance that Judy and Stan are going to live happily ever after because she has blood on her hands. So it was that's all I was getting at with that.
I want to say that the way that Bob kind of died was low key kind of sweet. I'm not gonna lie, nigga couldn't even talk.
Yeah,
but the way that he brought the money over, because Judy like, did she drive away?
She drove away.
Like, did she get away with all
that?
She got away with
it did. I don't think they left it up to the viewer to decide, because I remember that she didn't You didn't actually see her drive away, or you didn't see her choose to go to Stan again.
Yeah, she just looks at Stan, and then that's the last time you see her.
But she probably did run away, knowing Judy. And
knowing Judy, because of the RJ thing in your mind,
and that's why I think it's great
away.
to watch that last 15 minutes of Violet.
Yeah,
to watch that last 15 minutes of Violet, to stop it early and then go back to it later. That's why I think it's such a great idea.
Pink.
I'm sorry, because then you see Leo die, and then you see her make the decision. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's.
Yo, Ava getting popped was sad to me when that shit happened.
Broke my heart.
Yeah, her mom's getting popped. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was a rough kind of thing, because Ava was, even though she was a mole, she was still
she was solid, bro. They was always gonna be too smart for a bossy, bro. There was just no path to which like these people are gonna end up in federal custody. That bitch was first of all, she was a drunk. Let's talk about it. That bitch was a drunk. You know what I'm saying? She didn't even love her son enough to not do the dumb shit she was doing.
We're not going.
You know what I'm saying?
Like it was a lot. She definitely was. She fucked up a lot.
Yeah.
But so what's our roles in this? If we had to do a heist like this, and also like even if it's people that like outside, let's include us.
We
in
have
this.
to. I was about to say we got to get us, and then we got to add 3 people. So it's us plus 1. Everybody add somebody you know.
Okay.
All right.
To make it funner, try to think of somebody we all know at the same time.
All right. I mean, shit. I only know like 3 niggas.
At least one of us know.
Yeah. Like, I only know
at least one of us know.
Damn. Let me go last. I'm not sure. I gotta kick those.
I think Hada's already like. I think you're in the security realm for sure. You definitely the computer nigga in terms of like.
Oh,
no, in terms of like the computer wise, like the one, like the like kind of like, you know how Wade and Kim Possible, like he's always like the one like, yo, Kim, watch out for this, blah blah, blah, all this other stuff. I think and being like behind the screen and being like the person who was like really like being able to like get us through security clearances and all this other shit.
For sure,
definitely, because
I would
the
fuck
IT
with
nigga. So for sure, definitely could be the person that could just really get us through. He has a calm voice, so we're not gonna freak out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he has to be the person that we hear on the radio. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on the inside.
Definitely. You got to
I'm on the inside, working being sneaky, working my way through the hallways and shit.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. I think you're the inside man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get real close to the CEO. You're gonna get real close to the person with the bread.
You think I'm snaky?
Yeah, for sure. You already have relationships with high level people. You don't say shit like dope in interviews and shit like that. So
hey,
definitely,
good callback.
Definitely
a good
callback. It definitely worked.
Definitely see that.
Tren, I think you obviously would be doing most of the planning, most of the scheming and the design for the actual execution.
He's Leo
of the
turned out getting revenge.
Yeah. I think you're probably Leo.
When you say revenge, definitely it probably would be motivated. I think I would definitely have like the motivating factor to like get the crew together and be like, yo, we got
a 25-year plan. I can see it.
Yeah, why we should do this. Why we need to do this.
Who's the
manipulating people?
Yeah, sadly.
Who's the Ava? Who's the person that's probably smarter than you, but just is just down for you? That's just going to be able to, make certain shit happen. Like, hey, we need this, we need that. Can you get it for me?
I'm trying to think of people that we all know.
Can that do it?
I don't think she has the amount of connections. But I definitely think that she has the trusted, because Ava was a lawyer too.
Yep.
So I definitely think that in terms of having a clean image and being able to be not traced to the rest of us and make Billy, because she's very image driven and she has I told this too. I'm like, yo, you could definitely be a politician because you have a clean image and it's shit wouldn't be traced back to you. So to be honest, damn, now that I think about it, probably, but not. But in terms of the other part of Ava, where it's the guns and being able to hold her own and shit like that and get that shit done, no. But in terms of the image and being able to get people off her trail, I think yeah. But all the other shit with the guns and stuff and being able to fight and shit, I don't know.
I have a Bob. I definitely have a Bob. I have a couple of kick those niggas. But my cousin Ra, and he would be the same
Make sure you hear this so we know.
Oh yeah, he's a avid listener. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Harlem Ra. But yeah, I don't think he would fucking turn on us. But he'd definitely be the nigga to try to snatch an extra fucking piece. Like nigga, you fucking it up, nigga. We was only supposed to be in there 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's also
we got a driver. We need a driver. That's one of the more important ones.
Yeah, for sure. I'm a safe driver. I'm not like a improvised driver. Definitely not.
A good driver. Who would also not have to. The good thing about RJ is that he didn't really need he just had to be a good driver and being able to be in the right spots at the right time. Yeah. I know a good driver. Actually, his little brother works for cars, and he'd be on the Mac pages. You know them them pages where people just be doing races and all that stuff. He'd be in that. So if I was gonna if I needed a driver, I'd probably get him. The only thing is that he's a little reckless, but he does drive good. In terms of
you gotta be a little reckless.
Yeah,
how far
and he wouldn't ask any questions.
How far do we get before we get caught?
I think we get caught at the heist.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I think we get caught before the heist even starts. On our way. Because somebody riding with, we got a broken taillight as we get pulled over.
We all black. Nah. This is definitely especially because it sounds like all the people the only person that's not black is Nat. So it's she the only one that's
that's why she gotta get into certain rooms.
But we all black, and damn, you're absolutely right. We're not getting away with none of this. Niggas are already tracking this anyway.
For sure.
So it's we don't really have much of a chance in terms of that, which is sad, man. When you think about shit like that, it's you can't do shit, man.
Terrible.
It's
And that was part of like Leo's issue with Graham, right? It was just like you're the one that gets to distract people and drink and be in the room with the rich people, and I'm fucking climbing.
You take the front entrance,
doing the work.
The back door.
Yeah,
yo, that scene got me mad, bro.
When he got stuck in the fucking
in the safe, yeah,
in the safe?
That shit was rough.
My god. Yo, and then he was like, oh, if I could have get you out of there, you would have been fucked.
Yeah, motherfucker.
You pretty much like that right then and there, he ain't got your back. So you really on your own in that sense. And when they went to the actual night of the party, when Graham went through the front door, he went through the back. That nigga, they handed him a plate. Nigga was serving hors d'oeuvres. Like, come on. Come on, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like, if that wasn't a commentary within itself, and the fact that
I think it was.
So that episode made me kind of mad. They had Hannah like on her arm. Get this Neanderthal out this country club. This ain't no place for little monkeys to be running around. Like, come on, bro. That's my daughter, bro. Come on. It's like, son,
they
speaking of that was it was kind of hammed up, but honestly, I didn't want the bitch to die, but also like, but there was that attitude.
By the bitch,
right?
you mean his wife?
His wife, yes. But there was that attitude. Damn, see, if you don't react, bro, we kind of can keep moving, But anyway, there was
his loving wife.
Yeah, his loving wife. But her attitude towards him and her daughter in that moment, he was ready to turn up. You know what I'm saying? He was ready. Who the fuck is you talking to? Like, get off of her. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, you're embarrassing me. But there was that mentality in the 80s of like being in white spaces and like having to act a certain way and like being embarrassed if not. But here, the thing was, that little girl didn't do anything other than be a little girl. And it was because she was black that they reacted like that. There was no way that they were grabbing up a little 4-year-old white girl and grabbing her by her collar and throwing her out of a fucking bank or institution, whatever the fuck that was. There's just no path to that being the case. So I think they did do that on purpose. I think that was intentionally written like that to show how aggressive.
Man, that whole country club was already on that type of timing. Yeah. It's like, you here to see a wave? Just give us a second.
Yeah. Go sit down. Have a seat.
Give us a second. We'll page her for you.
Yeah, my wife run this shit, bitch.
Help yourself to some cucumber water.
Fuck out of here,
nigga.
For sure. Niggas don't eat vegetables.
Yeah, but overall, I think it was a great show. A lot of propaganda shit, which I'm not really a fan of, but still, I think the plot and the format of it, I always fuck with. I'm always gonna fuck with it. At this point, propaganda is kind of like when you're dealing with criminals and shit like this, it's unavoidable. Obviously, there's gonna be a cop storyline or like a federal storyline somewhere.
For sure, got to.
At least they made him look dumb.
Exactly. At least they made them look like incompetent, which they were.
They were, and are.
The guy was a simp. And the girl was a druggie who ended up getting got.
Nigga said, I'll never tell you no, right? Yo, get off your knees, bro. Wipe your mouth. What's wrong with you?
Nigga dick riding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yo, and then ended up saying no. Like, was that...
Now when she pulled the backpack out on you, nigga, what you gonna still say yes? Yeah. Oh, y'all don't get the backpack reference.
Overall, definitely one of the and that show was early 2023 release, so I'm already excited for all the stuff that we're gonna get from the type of media that's coming out, because that was a surprising watch for me. Already one of my favorite watches of 2023. Golden Globes, I want to give a shout out to Quinta because she won best actress in a comedy. Abbott Elementary, we talked about that a lot. I've been catching up on season 2. Still, I love that show so much. And I hate that so many people are kind of making that comparison. It's like, yo, I see so many people saying, oh, it's the Black Office. I'm like, come on, man. Like, this is Abbott Elementary. Like, let it be Abbott Elementary.
Even if it is, it's a format. And it's not anything like The Office other than the format. And you can put that's like saying every fucking comedy sitcom is the Black fucking I Dream of Jeannie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, bro. Like, come on. Like, let's not do that, bro. Like, nobody said Parks and Rec was the political office.
Right.
Nobody said that shit. Yeah. It's just, come on, man.
Yeah, it's not necessary. It's not necessary to make the comparison.
And this is why I get so mad when like white shows end up being so successful.
Damn.
And then when black people do no, hold on. Like when they end up being so successful, but there's shows that could have been with black people, and so it wouldn't have been the black anything. There wouldn't have to be the black anything.
Right.
Because when shows come out, nobody says, "Oh, this is the white office," or this is the white blah blah blah. Like it's just, come on, yo. Like it sucks how these shows.
The funny thing is that we totally could. Like, I remember when Classic Man came out. Right, this is all the way back in 2015. And everyone was calling it.
You see the post that somebody said that song reminds them of me in the 80s.
No, absolutely not.
Somebody said me, I'm gonna send you the text. Somebody said this song reminds me of you, and like you wearing like suspenders and like doing some like funky dance or whatever. It's a really weird text.
You would never.
That's the type of text I get.
That's people have so little understanding on how you actually operate, and I think you enjoy that living in that space. Which is fine, you know what I'm saying? I think you enjoy living in that space, but when you know, it's funny when you say, this year is going to be more about you. I wonder if that also means that you're going to expose more of yourself to like people, or like make more definitive stances, right? Because I think some of the confusion comes in the fact that you're so willing to see all sides of a subject, but it leaves room for interpretation on how you actually feel. You know what I mean? So I wonder if you're going to be willing, because if I had a resolution, it would actually be the reverse. I'm not going to be as open as I used to be. And I don't really care about being misunderstood, but I don't like having to repeat myself, and I don't like having to justify my thought process. I understand that most people aren't going to think like me or understand why I'm the way I am. So instead of having that contention, I kind of just don't want to do it. You know what I mean? Like I just don't want to bother. And in order to do that, I have to shut the fuck up a bit more. You know what I mean? Which is, again, there's a good way and a bad way, but I wonder if the reverse is true for you, in which instead of making yourself more available to others, if your lack of access in your priorities will kind of, because it's going to create tension in some of your relationships and some of your, just how people see you and how they want to operate around you. So I'm curious on what that ends up looking like.
Guess we're going to have to wait and find out.
Yeah, we're going to have to wait and find out for sure. It's only January 14th.
Let's see what happens. Yeah. Fuck you, right? I'm not shocked. I guess I can't say I'm shocked to find out that Evan Peters won for Best Actor in a limited or anthology series or television movie because he played Dahmer. And his mom came out and denounced his win because of the fact that, people see that and they're like, copycat killers exist, and, all this other news is just about like, people might see that and be more inspired to like want to do these types of things. Now, I don't know like the statistics on how much that actually will be true, but I got to give her some slack, yo, in terms of like actually being able to come out and say something like that, because a lot of people wouldn't, but it's true. The fact that people can win like, how do you win for this role?
Maybe.
Like, how do you win anything for this role? And like, I hate that people keep making this type of media and it keeps getting this so much attention, because what are we doing? Like, there's a lot more stuff that needs to be made other than this, and it just doesn't get made. But this stuff comes out and it wins awards, so it kind of pisses me off.
I think for the most part, because it's supposed to be so abstract or just so far removed from the human experience, being that type of person, to make it human, to have a human type performance in that kind of space is just shows a lot of range for the actor. I don't necessarily think that enjoying it or creating it means that people are promoting or glorifying the action, but just the human well is deep, so being able to tap so deep into the well and give a nuanced performance, should definitely gain the actor some type of, a lot of actors, I don't want to exactly go here, but people talked about Lovecraft Country and how much Michael K. Williams was kind of distraught by that role and that experience, and how it may have played a role in him returning to drug use. And obviously he ended up meeting his demise soon after filming Lovecraft Country. So actors will tell you that every single role takes a piece of you. You know what I mean? And you have to, in order to legitimately play the role, you have to justify it in your head, at least a little. You know what I mean? And I think that's a very scary place for a lot of people to kind of be. So I do think it does. I don't see anything wrong with like necessarily awarding someone for doing a good job, because I don't think he's making Dahmer proud. I think for the most part, the rest of us, Dahmer exists, and other Dahmers exist. Other people not named Jeffrey Dahmer are going to do things that are going to be horrible. And, that's again a part of the human experience. Those people are not human. They're not something. They're not separate from us, right? So it does bear some form of understanding. It does, or at least exploration of how someone gets to this point. So while I get the point, I think we have to give ourselves a bit more credit and understand that if there's a person out there who wants to kill people and never saw Dahmer, and they found their way to kill people anyway, it's gonna happen. I don't think not making Dahmer means you have one less murderer out there. I don't believe that. So, the same way people talk about like rap music, I
don't know. It just looks bad, I think, though. Like, cause it does look like if I'm able to get to the ability of like being a killer and being able to like get on the same level of Dahmer getting written about, like I can have movies about me. I could have, I could get to this level. I can have people portraying me and winning awards for it. Like that's kind of crazy.
But that level of glory has kind of always been sought, right? I mean, John Lennon's killer said the same thing. Literally, they asked, "Why did you kill John Lennon?" Right, and he said, "Because I wanted to be famous." And the person that killed John Lennon was going to be famous. That was his point. You know what I'm saying? So we live in a sick society, period. Where we it's. I just think if someone's wants to do some harm to someone for any reason, what tips them over is going to be there. There's always going to be a reason that someone can justify being harmful to someone else. So whether it gets made or not, and that I think really that's all there is to it.
Before we get into music stuff, just give me overall topics, because I did see Megan. I saw it a little differently than you did, but I want your perspective first, because you did see the movie Megan.
Yeah,
M3 Gan.
M3 Gan, yeah, M3 Gan. So I found, because I'm interested in. Yeah, it was an hour and 40. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Love it. Getting in, getting out. One thing I loved about the movie was, first off, there was a lot of kind of euphemisms. I know that's the wrong word, but it works anyway. To like,
I don't know what that word means.
To like technology culture, right? And allowing devices to parent that rather than being an active parent, right? And kind of the trappings of that, because being a parent is extremely difficult, and being not ready to be a parent is, you got time, right? Because when you have a baby, the baby don't really know what's going on. As long as you keep it alive for long enough, you're all right. But when an 8-year-old is dropped into your lap, like it was in Megan, there's already an expectation there from the kid. And if you're not prepared for that, you're going to have a fucking rough time. And it's very easy to just give a kid a device and just keep them distracted, not really engage with them. It's extremely easy, bro. They almost prefer it. Like the kid themselves, they almost prefer it. They don't want to not be on their devices. They don't want to not play their games and stuff like that.
Take a tablet from a kid, they'll start screaming bloody murder.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
No.
It's very difficult. You have to be very intentional about being a parent. And it's you kind of don't. I thought one of the lines in the movie was let the thing. I don't know if it was about Megan or if it was about something else. Let this thing worry about the details while you handle the stuff that really matters, right? And it was like the kid don't matter, like the fact that like it was, I believe that was done purposely, right? Because I think it was a bit of a call out, you know what I'm saying, for parents who just give their kid an iPad, an iPhone or something like that and kind of just let them have open access to the internet. Because the problem with Megan was that they didn't install parental controls. They didn't install like any type of system that would have allowed some type of screen time edit. You know, the other parents had screen time built into their device and stuff like that. This person who's new to parenting doesn't understand the child's mind like that. Didn't consult a psychologist before handing a child an AI, which was fucking weird, by the way, too. She never even heard of attachment theory and shit like that. So, yeah, I think and this is not a review of the movie. This is just our thoughts that come from the themes of the movie, obviously. So spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen it, but we're not actually discussing the movie. There was just a lot. It was just a lot of meat on those bones, I think. And then it was really cool. I thought the Megan character was really cool. I don't know how much of that was CGI. I don't think there was a whole lot of CGI. I think it was puppetry and then an actor, like probably a ballet, one of those girls that are like really small, an adult, but someone that was like really, really tiny. And I know they used an actual doll in certain scenes. But yeah, no, I thought the tone of the movie was really cool. I thought the pacing was really cool. I think this is a fucking franchise. I think I need 8 Megan movies, bro. I do. I need 1 million of these. I need a Megan army, a cult of Megan movie. I need it. A husband of Megan movie. I need all that shit, bro.
This is definitely one of those, like, you can make this movie multiple times. Like,
For sure.
You can really, like, kind of like, you know, Chucky or Scream. Like, I think they got themselves another, like, icon for, like, horror movies.
For sure.
You know? And this one works because it's technological and, like, a technological villain. You know,
it's modern. It's modern.
It works. So I want to start off by saying that my review of this movie is kind of, like, mostly on the action of it because you know I did watch this on an app where you know I'm trying to brush up on my Spanish, so the movie was completely in Spanish, and the subtitles were off, so I didn't understand a word of what they were saying, and and sometimes there were ads in the middle of the movie that were just completely just drown out the entire sound of it anyway, so I was just left with the action.
But there were ads though. There were ads in the movie though.
No, not those types of ads.
Okay.
This is different. So I didn't understand any. There were no lines in the movie. Like I think I got the first, like the subtitles in the beginning matched up with the car accident, right? Where she, you know, like I thought we were limiting her with this thing. Like, why is she like, you know, what's the purpose of having limits if we don't respect them? You know, like why are we like giving her this toy and telling her that she can only use it for this? I think this is just like with like a Tamagotchi type toy, or whatever.
Or like a Furby.
Exactly. One of those things one of those toys that kids got to take care of. It's like Nintendogs, you know, like you have a dog, you got to take care of that shit. You know, you build a bond with it.
The thing shits. I thought that was hilarious that the thing actually shit. I thought that was very funny.
Yeah. So, I got that part. Everything else is just action based, but I still was able to get the purpose of the movie just from the actions, which I will give it credit for, because a good movie, you're able to watch it without sound and it can still be a good movie. Like you're still able to like understand what's going on, and you know, dialogue should enhance. It shouldn't be something that's necessary for the movie to be good. It's because it's a visual medium. And so I did get that, she was dealing with attachment issues. She was dealing with, like, she was a kid who obviously lost both her parents, and now she has some sort of attachment to this doll. I understand that the doll was malfunctioning in the beginning. They didn't really have control over how to control it or how to make sure that it was good, but they were trying, and I understand that there was like a deadline. This guy wanted it within a certain time, but this girl was just like, it's not ready yet.
And and the guy didn't want it in production, just a demo so that they can get the funding to make more. It wasn't actually going to hit the shelves, but the shit was so malfunctioning it couldn't hold up to a demo, and that was kind of where they needed to know, like, maybe we should kind of pull the plug here. But she was under a lot of pressure, but also she was just a cold idiot at the same time.
Yeah. So from my perspective, this was just a crazy ass Latin doll who was out here just fucking everything up. I didn't get why she killed the dog. So she killed a dog. She killed a person. Mm-hmm. And I believe it was probably because the dog was attacking Katie, which is the little girl.
Katie.
Yeah. Okay. The dog bit Katie. And so Megan, M3gan, was like, nah, we ain't doing this. And killed the dog because, like, how was that programming? Like, why was M3gan so attached to Katie? What happened in the programming with that?
Her programming was to protect Katie from emotional and physical harm. That was her mission. Every time you have a robot, what is my mission? Like, that was her mission, to protect Katie from emotional and physical harm.
Okay. So she ended up ripping the ear off of a little kid who was bullying Katie. Mm-hmm. The doll shouldn't have been there in the first place. And that's bad. Like, I don't know why. What was the lady? What was the girl? It was her name Anna. What was the
good question.
Emily?
Let me see.
What was it?
No. Gemma,
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Gemma, the woman who was ultimately responsible for programming this doll. I don't know why she let this doll be everywhere with this little girl. Especially
because I'll tell you why. As you just said, you take a tablet away from a kid, the kid screams. This is a kid who had a very traumatic event. She was in the car when her parents were murdered, or her parents were killed, right? So people who are not used to kids have a hard time setting boundaries with them. It's kind of part of the problem. Whereas acquiescing to everything that will make the kid happy is part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you have to be able to be brave enough to let them not like you. Right. And again, it was a testament to the common thread of, like, everyone always wanting to be their kids' friends and just keeping their kids happy all the time and away from harm. You are going to damage the kid because they're not going to be able to deal with kind of real world scenarios. Right. So she was not equipped to be a parent. Her mother, Katie's mother, wasn't necessarily strict, but just, or maybe she was, because they asked Katie, do you remember anything good about your mother? And she couldn't think of anything. So I do think that there was a bit of, Megan had asked her during the initial demo when she first showed it to, she was crying in front of the executives. And then Megan says, what do you remember that was good about your mother? The thing that she brought up was her mother falling. It wasn't like a beautiful memory that they had. It was like her mother was being mean to her, and then her mother fell, and she thought it was funny. So it wasn't even that some beautiful moment that she had with her mom. So I think her mom was, like, a bit more strict. I believe she learned violence just from having open access to the internet. And I think that's really what they were getting at. So when she started to harm people and things, I think it was because she was a learning bot. So again, I think that was just another one of the themes, that if someone that had no empathy had open access to the internet, what would they think? How would they assume we respond to certain things?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. They would think cops killing people is fine.
Yeah.
They would think that niggas are, all the movies about gang shit and all that stuff, that, that black people are primal.
So wait a minute. Do you think Megan was racist?
No, I'm not saying F. Regan was racist. I'm saying, first of all, Megan's a racist name, so it definitely could have been. But also, I mean, shout out to all the people that I had a coworker named Megan. She wasn't racist.
Yeah, shout out to Meg Thee Stallion too, because that's her real name.
Yeah, shout out to Megan P. But I definitely think that if she had more capabilities to be racist, yeah, she would. Yeah, for sure.
You think she would pull over a black person if they made a Megan cop?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's be serious, yo. Let's be serious.
Yo, if you made an AI bot with no empathy and open access to the internet, would that bot be racist?
Absolutely.
That is fucking hilarious. Yes, bro.
And it wouldn't even be its fault. It would just be because like this is all right. This is normal. This happens. Like this happens, and there's no type of real.
They would say I was in fear for my life when they shot a black person in the back.
Listen, it's coming real fast, and we're gonna see it. So we don't even got to talk about it right now, but we'll revisit that later. But overall, I think the movie was interesting. Like I said, I really do think they got one in terms of like a movie that they can make over and over and over again. I think we probably will get a sequel next year. I think it's going to be one of those movies that like get like continuous sequels. Yeah. And
I want to just give a really quick shout out to Akilah Cooper, who is the screenwriter for Megan. She also wrote Malignant a year ago or 2 years ago, I believe it was. Malignant is another show that I think I've referenced on this show before. She got her big break during Luke Cage. Mm-hmm. She is a black woman. She's a beautiful black woman. She is from Missouri, looks like. She's only 43 years old, born in 1980. And I think she is probably, gonna do some pretty amazing things in the next few years, especially with this series. So she might have just got her big break with Megan. She was already, doing some pretty dope things in the industry, but I think Megan is going to be a franchise. So shout out to Akilah Cooper, a screenwriter from Missouri, who's been on a few shows. She was also on American Horror Story.
Word.
Yeah. So shout out to her.
Shout out. Let's get into some quick music stuff. Just things that are incoming. Skrillex. I don't know if you're big into Skrillex. I doubt it, but Skrillex is dropping an album, which is crazy. I wouldn't have expected a Skrillex album in 2023, but here we are. I did hear the Pink Panthers track that he had with I think it's Pink Panthers and Trippie Redd and Skrillex.
I haven't heard it yet, but I'm definitely playing it once we get off.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm not a big Skrillex person, but like, I can have an appreciation for music that isn't necessarily in my same forte. I definitely think like, again, this is another example of like in a white space, this will probably hit differently than if I'm just like chilling at home listening to it. Or just like in another space period. So yeah, that's interesting. The Roots, I think I told you about that off air. We were talking about that. The Roots is probably dropping a project this year.
For sure.
Or they'll drop a single, or Funk Flex on his show dropped a single with Erykah Badu and Tierra Whack, Philly. And that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be a good album to get from 2023, I think.
For sure.
Because I generally like the Roots albums.
I never know what's coming. I don't really see what's coming before it comes out. Maybe before like the main release, because things get delayed so much. I kind of feel like I don't even want to think about or talk about music until the rollouts happen. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have like a most anticipated for 2023. I do expect certain projects to drop, but we'll see. We'll see what happens, because delays happens, leaks happen, and it's very early. It's very early in the year. So, we'll see. I know there were a couple projects that came out late at the end of the year that I haven't gotten a chance to. I think Jacquees' album was definitely one of them. I haven't gotten a chance to.
For You.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good R&B album. I'm not gonna lie. It definitely has like a lot of the instrumentals have that like older R&B feel, with like the modern, or like I think Jacquees has his pocket. You know, when you think of Jacquees, you kind of like you hear where he's going with his sound. Like you know exactly where it's going. And it's the same thing that we've gotten from like previous like Jacquees songs. And it's really good. And it has like a good amount of features on it too. I think my personal favorite, I think, is Your Body with Dreezy. That Dreezy track is really good. There's another song on there, like I think the single that came out first was the Black.
Yeah, with Summer Walker.
Six Lack is Summer Walker and Six Lack Black, whichever one. Pretty good. Not my favorite, but still pretty good. And yeah, no, I like the album. I think if you're a fan of like R&B, you know, the Baby Maker type of R&B, give it a listen.
That's always my vibe. I'm big. I'm actually a guy, and I know some people disagree with this, but I actually listen to that type of music while I'm working out.
Nigga, you bugging.
And I listen to it because what better
Magic Mike in the gym.
I'm telling you, what better motivation than like that? You know what I'm saying? That's when your body really matters, and you're being, you know, looking good and feeling good about yourself and being confident is like really, really important. So you're gonna hit them burpees. You know what I'm saying? If you're in that mindset, right? Certain people listen to hardcore hip hop and shit like that. I might get into that bag at some point. That's you.
I've been listening to old like. I listened to fucking. I think the last time I went to on a run, I was listening to Project Pat's album.
That's cool, but I definitely think there's a place for like the bedroom burners in like your workout playlist. Like just see how you feel.
Oh, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll definitely give the album a listen. I think it was actually, am I wrong about this? Was it executive produced by Future?
Was it? I know he was a feature on the track. But I don't know.
Future is executive producing Jacquees' new album.
Wow. Good for him.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Good for him. Look at
Future. Damon Cash.
Using his powers for good. And then I don't know any other albums that are coming out soon, or like any other albums that came out late. Do you have anything else on that?
Not yet, man. It's still early on.
Still
again.
fresh.
I was
still early.
Sick over the last couple of days, so I ain't even really been in the gym. I really think that's the reason why I haven't heard a lot of stuff. But you know, we'll see what it looks like, man. I think it's going to be a good music year. I think Rihanna being doing the Super Bowl is going to be really fun. I'm pretty sure she's gearing up something special.
I hope so. I hope so. We'll probably get an ASAP album probably too, to be honest.
Right.
Or ASAP Mob or something. We'll probably get something from them.
Did we ever really stop? Because, 12 years active, a couple of other guys are still very active.
Like an ASAP Mob, like official ASAP Mob
project.
Album, like a project. I definitely know 12E. I think ASAP Ant is still
ASAP Man. Yeah, I think he had one I caught like last year that was like, let's go, Ant.
Yeah. Y'all think Frank actually gonna be at Coachella?
Frank don't even know if he's gonna be at Coachella.
No, I mean he literally hasn't dropped a project.
Notification came out. He was like, "I am. I'm headlining Coachella."
He hasn't dropped a project since what 2017, 2016. Blonde was 2016, I think. Come on,
Frank
son.
Do you think this is the? All right, let me say this. If Frank is actually going to be headlining at Coachella, I think this is the year we get a Frank project. My bold prediction for this year, I believe in 2023, we are getting a Frank Ocean project. And here's why. Last time it was announced that he was supposed to be headlining Coachella, what did he do? He dropped a couple songs, didn't he? He dropped DHL. He dropped In My Room. Coachella gets canceled. We don't hear from Frank at all. He goes to work on his nightclub. He goes to do everything else with the Boys Don't Cry magazine and all that. Dope. And now he's doing Blonde, and I forgot what the new stuff is. Now, if it is rumored for him, if it is true that he's going to be headlining Coachella this year, I think he's going to follow the same routine. He's going to follow through. We're going to maybe get another single, maybe a couple other singles, and by the end of the year, maybe like November, December, I think we get maybe we get the first. I think we get the first song in April, maybe April or May, and I think we get an album. maybe October, November. I know Frank likes to drop. Last time he dropped. When's the Grammys?
February.
Grammys are in February.
February?
Right? I believe.
When's the deadline? Because I know
September.
last time, I think one of the last time he dropped so close to the deadline that it didn't count. That he just forgot to submit.
Sounds
so
like
I think
him.
he likes that spot to drop. So I think he drops in August, September, October-ish. My prediction for 2023, and that's all I got on Frank Ocean. You know how I feel about it. That's my dog.
What's Coachella in May, March?
I think it's in. Is it not in April?
April. Let's see.
Perfect time to drop a single.
April 14th to the 23rd. I think it would be smart because like it's honestly free publicity because people are already talking about Frank. Like he's already like once Frank's name is thrown anywhere, he has the buzz to like start releasing something or start rolling out.
And I want to say he's independent.
I
want to say should be independent.
Yeah, it's Frank.
But he can drop whenever because he dropped what's that shit he dropped before he dropped Blonde on Apple Music just to get out of that contract.
Endless.
Yeah, he dropped that, and I think so he should be a free agent. So
that's still on Apple. Is it still on Apple Music?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't have Apple Music, so I don't know. But I have it. I had the album.
I downloaded that illegally when it came out.
Facts. Wasn't crazy about it, but I liked Blonde.
I liked a couple songs on there. I like the song with Jennifer Hudson.
Mine and UNITY. That's my shit, man. But yeah, I personally don't think he's gonna come. I don't think. Even if he doesn't come, it's still good publicity to drop an album because people are still gonna want that urge. But I think the one thing, because what happened when he got dropped, did Kid Cudi replace him? Who replaced him? Was that what happened?
Yeah, it was Cudi.
Or was that
that's when Cudi got booed off the stage.
Yeah,
yeah. They started
so
screaming,
who do you
"We
think's
want
gonna
Frank."
replace him?
Wait, did he get replaced? I thought it just didn't happen because of COVID.
I thought wasn't there somebody who like
Cudi got booed, but that was like at Rolling Loud.
Oh no, it was Drake. That was Drake that got booed.
That was
off.
everybody thought he was coming.
That was at Camp Flogna because Tyler said there was going to be a surprise performance, and they thought everybody thought it was going to be Frank because it was a Camp Flogna tournament. Why would Frank not be performing? But no, it's Drake.
Yeah,
it was Drake, and then he started booing Drake.
We could talk about the new Scooby-Doo next episode. And I also want to talk about Emily in Paris. And that's one of my guilty pleasure shows. But we'll talk about that next episode. We'll get into that. And I think that's pretty much it for me, for music, Okay. But yeah, I think I'm excited for... Like, I just been listening to a lot of older stuff that I might have missed. Like, my flow right now in terms of music, I've just been into like a lot of like type of indie sound. Like, I have like those moments where I just listen to a lot of... Like, I don't know if you know Washed Out or if you know like Home Shake, any of those people. But I really like that music a lot. Like, I listen to Home Shake's album is called Helium. I really enjoyed that right now. It's very calm, very like albums that you would listen to if you were like tripping and you just needed like something to just give you a good trip. Like just stuff like that.
I mostly just lean on, that kind of smooth R&B sound. I listen to the Party Next Door dropped a record.
Oh yeah, he dropped a record, or is he gonna drop? Because he's dropping an album, right?
Yeah, he dropped a song. He dropped a song called "Her Old Friends." Mm-hmm. Actually, Lori Harvey's relationship with Damson Idris got announced yesterday, and Meek had tweeted, "Y'all let that girl fuck anybody," which most people assume that he was talking about Lori Harvey because obviously she's been outside for a little while, but it's actually a lyric from the Party Next Door song. Which is "fuck all my girls' old friends. Y'all let that girl fuck anybody."
That's hilarious, bro.
Party's lyrics are still good, man, but I just haven't really enjoyed his music in a few years now, and I wonder if I'm the only one.
You're definitely not. We talked about this before. You were talking about this before. And it's actually funny. I was talking to my little brother because he's a big P1 fan too. We were talking about
P1 and P2.
P&D. I'm just about P&D fan, period. I meant to say P&D. But like we were just talking about like P1 and P2. And he was like, yeah, I actually like P3. And then I was like, are you sure? And he was like, actually, I don't remember. And he looked it up and he was like, actually, no, I hated P3. But he liked the Colors project. Like
Colors was okay. Colors was okay, man. He was Party hasn't had P2 was 14, bro. It'll be 10 years next year.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah, bro. Which is probably even older than P1. P1 is what, 2013?
P1 was 2013, yeah. P1 is turning 20. It's 10 years old, bro.
Shout out.
We just passed 10 years on Good Kid, Mad City. You know what I'm saying? Like that's wicked, man. It feels it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
So hopefully we get an album from him later on this year. I'm sure we will.
I did like the record he did with Diddy, Sex in a Porsche. I did like that song. I don't like Diddy on it, but
I didn't like. I recognized. I think we talked about that. I recognized all those sounds. Like it was like I know they made it in Logic. Like I just I recognized all those sounds, and I was just like, yeah, I don't know.
Don't need it.
Yeah. But hopefully, the album hits. Because it hasn't hit in a long time. One last thing, and I'll close out, and then we'll play songs and get out of here. Her loss has grown on me a lot more as well. Like I like it a lot more than I did before. Like I liked it before, but like now I'm just like, even songs that I didn't even care about, I'm starting to care about. Like Treacherous, like that was it Treacherous Twins or something like that.
Fucking hate that song,
Jumbotron is starting to grow on me. Like
Jumbotron shit popping is
Broke
good.
Boys is fucking fire.
Pause.
That song is fire.
Never, man.
Bro, I'm telling you, once you outside.
Listen, I get it. I don't mind people liking Drake's albums, and I don't mind people liking the Drake songs. You definitely have to be in a certain mindset. Yes, I'm so past the space in which those songs
get in that
would
space,
mean anything
bro. It
to
grows
me, bro.
on you. Get in that space. I'm telling you, get in that space.
Maybe
it'll change you. You'll be like, damn, this shit is actually kind of tight. Like the first ever Broke Boys is fire. And I think I always liked that. I just forgot because I just didn't really listen to the song that much. Right. But the fact that Drake made a song for the niggas and the bitches, it's like what first half is for the niggas, second half is for the bitches. And the transition happens so fast that the niggas actually end up enjoying the song too. I don't know. Maybe I'm alone in that, but that's how I feel. Broke Boys is definitely an interesting song. Like,
quite
her loss is. I fuck with that. Anyway, let's get some songs in because we are Wicked Radio. As you guys know, we share some songs with y'all every time we drop. We have a public playlist because we are Wicked Radio. So make sure y'all check that out. It's on Spotify right now. We're gonna work on trying to get all the songs on other platforms as well. But for now, it's just on Spotify. Even if you don't have Spotify, you can still look up the playlist and see all the songs that we play. You can still look them up. You can play them on different types of platforms if you need to. Playlist is there. So definitely go check it out. We're sharing some great songs on there. We're going to share some songs for y'all because we are Wicked Radio. Damon, what you got for us?
All right, y'all.
First song of 2023.
Yeah, first song of 2023. Song that I'm going to be playing is from my guy, one of Jersey's finest. Want to give a huge shout out to my guy, Sule. One of the latest signees for the Black Soprano family. Benny and them. Fucking huge. I always thought he was one of the best rappers out of Jersey, if not the best rapper out of Jersey. I think he's relocated since, to Atlanta, but he's doing great things, and he's only going to keep getting better, bro. This is his first official song as part of the BSF family. This is John by Sule.
You are now tuned into Wicked Radio.
It's sad how it took off a couple of months and y'all niggas still not catching up to do. Play with something safe, don't play with me, man. Niggas don't talk like me, nigga. What the fuck you talk about?
I took a random trip to Miami cause I was bored and plus it's hot in the city. Your nigga jury game faking, he ain't solid as Millie. You catch us lacking and ain't strapped with the lead, then we could get a nigga jump just like a Honda when the battery dead. Every shooter with me banging them grips. Y'all niggas be on TikTok and Insta challenges, just shaking your hips. You pussy in your your entourage won't even fight back for you. You still copping half ounces, I don't like that for you. They gon' kill for me for free, but for you, it's double price. Send a nigga body part with a letter like Uncle Ice. Shit, before the funeral arrangements, send all type of flowers. Decorations come before the wedding like a bridal shower. Watch your tone of voice when you talking, it's Don's in the room. Walking with some dog shit on me, I'm John Witherspoon. Your bitch said the fellatio wetter than 5 swimming pools. Hold on, let me get this shit together, man. You see, I grew up in a house with Dame nephews and I hustle like I'm Jay-Z. It made me smile, I see my brother Keith, he cop an AP. Never give him half of what you worth, what he told me. Then I seen him go and cop the anniversary roller. Y'all niggas field mice, brushing shoulders with a millionaire, know how that feel like. I don't put no cap inside my rap, cause this my real life. Your new bitch cheat, but you wanna chase her. Make her eyes roll back when I slam it like Undertaker. Blitz the plug cause I need 2 pies. A foreign nigga shooting out the Maverick like he Luka. He let that 22 fly. I must stash after like Hitler letting that 8 off. And knock his sons out like the 2nd round of the playoffs, nigga. What? Let it ride out, man.
You are now tuned into Wicked Radio.
Letting that 8 off. I don't think anybody's ever made that line before. That's a new one for me.
Crazy.
I don't think I've ever heard that line before.
This is the perfect label for him to be with to get a line like that off on.
Facts.
You're only gonna get 8 off bars off if you with Benny the Butcher and Westside Gun on them.
And that shit hit too.
So shout out Sule, keep killing, man. Can't wait for the next one. Can't wait for the project.
Facts. That's gonna be big.
That's gonna be huge, bro. I cannot wait.
I guess Sule, come over here and talk some shit, man.
Word. Should. I'll hit him up one of these days.
I'm gonna play a song from an artist who I've known about for a while, who I kind of be sleeping on sometimes. Like I just don't even realize like that she be slipping projects out. But she actually slipped a project out 2022 called Forest in the City. And it was actually pretty good. I listened to it before the year ended. I ended up listening to the whole project. This is Umi, Say I'm Your Love from the Forest in the City project.
You are now tuned into Wicked Radio.
Since getting started, you could get it when you talk about it. I wanna show you how I feel about it. I wanna give you my love, wanna give you a hug. If you're like 60-40, it seems so good, but now you're getting boring. I might not be know anybody, so you should cherish my love. You should give me a hug. Bounce when you feel the vibe, when you hit it right, you're completing my love. If you talk to me really nice, you could be the buyer, you could be the boss. When my top down city right, where we going on, never need to know. So we could dance, you could spend the night, tell a pretty lie, and I could say I'm your love. See, it don't even matter, it's your 9 to 5. First things first, I won't tell nobody. I really wanna stay, so we should flip top, give you real top, baby. Tell me when you want to quit my love, and you seem to find it hard to give it up, cause you slipped up and you real lucky. I've been falling in, baby. You real rock and you still soft, and I'm real loving it. Bounce when you feel the vibe, when you hit it right, you're completing my love. If you talk to me really nice, you could be the buyer, you could be the boss. When my top down city right, where we going on, never need to know. So we could dance, you could spend the night, tell a pretty lie, and I could say I'm your love. I just stopped there.
Umi, Say I'm Your Love. Good vibes. Shout out Umi, man. Really, really great song. And dope project too. Check that out. Came out last May. So get tapped in case you missed it.
Or I fuck with that. So my record this week is going to be from RJ Payne. Shout out RJ Payne. He released this record a week ago, actually, January 6th. It's called Banks Meets Payne. Obviously, it's featuring Lloyd Banks. So he's just getting into bars right now, man.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
These niggas is dead. It's Payne. Lloyd Banks and this motherfucker.
You are now tuned into Wicked Radio.
We did a lot more than heat up the game. I feel we flammable. Empty the clip like keep the change, you filthy animal. They built a cannibal. Tell the killers come chill with Hannibal. So much metal stuck in my hands it feel mechanical. The wrath of Satan, decapitation and lacerations. The burner shape could turn murder mason to pastor mason. These rappers hating, I ain't moving an inch. Stupid, this is a shooting star, superhuman event. Cocaine, they think a nigga come from Cuban descent. Itchy trigger finger, don't make me shoot at you in defense. I got a beautiful strength. Pistol whip your face, multiple colors. Somewhere between a Rubik's Cube and a pimp. I set your crew on the bench. Don't make me drop him at once. Last rapper that tried to box, I had to knock out his fronts. I'm only stopping for lunch. I'm still punching the clock. Your boy home, Roy Jones, you niggas must have forgot. It's Payne.
Ripped out my patient coat, a few screws loose. I'm a schizo rapping, no compassion. You need 2 juice crews and you get some action. Don't be awkward passing. Boot deuce. If it gets too packed and hippo snapping, high abuse loops. Coops did a fit the fashion. Peep the clip attachment. Never been good with the tit for tatting. Letting disrespectful words out your mouth till I kick them back and picture snapping. Catch my old self, different dimensions clashing. Paranormal gifts, the bars lift. Get the suspension cracking, drops I supersede. You can breathe it and you can bleed on. I'm up, I want all the smoke base. Nicotine, hookah weed. Top of my game again and tip top with a trooper speed. Pallet M60s with my shit drop. Rockets, bazookas leave. Lock this shit up and move the keys. Cheese smiles at these stupid fees. Deep crowds when I pop the queens. Freestyles in me type of P's. 3,000 of dropping C's. Weed mounds in my profit schemes. Made it reality. Your dreams deep pockets and blocks the lean.
I chop your team right into pieces. That ain't no shocking thing. Chop a ring. Loud on these bitches. Sound like a slot machine. Drop a beam. Clip got a curve on it like Jocelyn. I'm wicked. Shit, I get paid to kick it like it's a soccer team. I got the green. Roll a little leaf and get high. Bars feel like you sitting on the beach in Dubai. This more heat than July. Everybody think they funny telling jokes till they tell you that comedian die. See, I ain't trying to raise the bar, I weight lift. She ain't nobody made like the God, I shape shift. Day shift, work like a slave, I don't say shit. It sound berserk, I came down to earth in a spaceship. Look, E.T. back, the GT black. Peep these facts, clip long as fuck, look like a fucking CD rack. I got a heart that's at a BC black. They talk shit behind me till I show them just how far the seat reached back. Payne!
You are now tuned into Wicked Radio.
I love that fucking rhyme scheme, bro. Like I always love whenever artists do that shit. I'm always like invested. I'm always tapped in with that, bro. I get so excited whenever rappers do that shit. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a bar fest, man. Shout out RJ Payne. Shout out to Lloyd Banks. Shout out Southside Jamaica Queens.
Hell yeah, bro. Okay, I know we haven't done shout outs and shout ups for a while, but I want to give a quick little shout out / rest in peace to Sierra Mist, man. It's gone, bro. That's it. Like Sierra Mist is no longer a soda. Like they're gonna stop pushing it. They're gonna stop production of it.
Are you serious? I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, bro. They got a whole new soda out. It's called Starry, I think it's called.
Oh my Lord, man. It's actually making me fucking sad, bro. I love Sierra Mist.
Starry soda is actually the new lemon lime master of PepsiCo.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, they definitely it's if you look it up, like if you look this up, it's funny how they're like making this shit like America is so trash, bro. Pepsi's latest strike at Sprite in the soft drink wars. Why everything got to be about war, bro? Like that's so crazy,
it, man.
Bro. It's like the soft drink wars.
Sierra Mist was only 24 years old. Did you know that?
Damn, look at that. Dead at 24, barely beat the statistic.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Just another number. Terrible, man.
Sierra Mist, rest in peace. You've definitely done your fair share of. I don't even drink soda like that. You know, this is my usually for Sierra Mist. I don't usually drink soda, but out of all the sodas, you were the one that I could tolerate. all the times that I worked in, like at a drive-through, and people would ask for Sprite, and I just give them you. Like you were there. Sprite wasn't there, but you were.
Right.
So we can never forget that. You know what I'm saying? We can never forget what you've done for the country and the lives of many people who enjoy you. So rest in peace to Sierra Mist. I hope Starry, the predecessor, is just as strong.
I'm gonna pour some Starry out in memory of Sierra Mist.
Yeah, RP Sierra, man. Like, it's crazy.
Somebody gonna clip that and it's gonna go crazy.
Yeah, man, it's for real. It's gonna be a real sad time for that. But other than that, I don't think I have any fuck yous or anything else. Any other shout outs. That's pretty much it. I'm just excited, man. I'm excited for the rest of the year. I'm going to see Nick Hakim. I don't know if you know who Nick Hakim is. He's a great artist. I like his tracks. We're going to see him next weekend. So that should be dope. And then of course I got Smino and Jid in March. So keep updates on that.
Fuck you, Dana White. This is another example of white people getting to do whatever the fuck they want to do and stay in power. Talking about, the real punishment is me having to live with the embarrassment of people knowing what. Niggas, shut your bitch ass up. Shut your bitch ass up. Now I hope Jake Paul. Now I'm rooting for Jake Paul and all his future endeavors. I'm on Team Paul. Fuck. Pay your fighters, Dana White. Fuck you, bitch ass nigga. Keep your hands off your wife. Get in the ring with some real niggas. That's all I gotta say on that. Yeah, fuck Dana White.
Straight up.
I'm rolling with that. Fuck Dana White. I haven't fucked with Dana White in some years. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, man. And
I want to give a shout out to Jalen Brunson, man. I want to give a shout out to Jalen Brunson, the point guard of the New York Knicks. Let me just run these off real quick. Jalen Brunson, last 5 games. Okay, I lost the tweet, but it's basically like 34 points, 28 points, 29 points, 32, 40. I mean, this guy's going absolutely fucking insane. We're trying to get him to push into the All-Star game, to represent the East in the All-Star game. Shout out to Jalen Brunson, one of the best signings since at least Amari Stoudemire. I know you think I would say Carmelo, but Carmelo was actually a trade, not a free agent signing, which he should have been. But definitely since Amari Stoudemire. And he's really, really helped turn the Knicks season around. I mean, it never really got off the rails. There was like a 5-game losing streak in between there. But right before that, there was an 8-game winning streak. And now they've won 6 of their last 7. I think we're sitting at like 24-18. And really, it's because Jalen Brunson is there and really no other reason. You know what I mean? I mean, he's good. I mean, other players are good, but Jalen Brunson's clearly the star of the team. So big shout out to Jalen Brunson. Really appreciate you, man. Really appreciate what you're doing. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got on the shout outs. Hopefully we can get him into the All-Star team. Vote for Jalen Brunson. Also vote for Julius Randle. He's having a good season as well.
It's funny that you said that because I think didn't somebody say fuck Julius Randle not too long ago? I think one of your fuck yous might have been to Julius Randle.
Maybe
like earlier. Look at it, new year, new high. 2023.
New year. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We letting the past be the past.
Shout out Julius Randle. If you really did do that, I'm gonna put both of those together. Just be like, look at the growth, man. Look at the growth.
That's all. Yeah, that's it. That's what it is, man. My New Year's resolution is to give Julius Randle another shot.
You're off to a good start, man. I'm glad to see that, bro. Look at resolutions, making people better every time.
Appreciate it, man.
But thank y'all for listening. Like I said, if y'all wanted to hear those songs because we are Wicked Radio, make sure y'all look that up. Or make sure to become a patron, patreon.com/because I am podcast. Subscribe so you can see our pretty faces sometimes when the cameras don't die.
Facts.
And we're definitely I'm actually doing something new. If you go to our Patreon, you can see the first hour or first 45 minutes usually of the video portions. So that's something that I'm going to do new for 2023 because a lot of people have been asking, do you have video portions of the podcast? Yes, we do, but it's for paying customers only. So please pay for that, or if you want to just see a little bit of it, go to the Patreon site and you can see the first 45 minutes of our videos.
Yes,
and yeah, that's something I wanted to give to y'all, you know, just for being very honest and awesome listeners and giving feedback and giving a lot of hot off air. I gotta tell you about all the comments that I got about your last pod, bro. I have a listener who gives notes about everything that we be saying.
I love to hear it, man. I absolutely love to hear stuff like that. So.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But
it's very much like, for me, like, I'm just talking to my guys. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even really think about the fact that this is going out to people. You know what I mean? So
that's good, though. That's good. Don't look at it as content, even though it is. Don't look at it like that. We're just tough. We're just chatting, you know?
We're just kicking it. For sure.
So, but and definitely check our clips out too. We're gonna have a TikTok coming up real soon, guys. So make sure when that comes out, you follow that, share our clips, and engage with us. You know, we like hearing engagement. Hod just got told to find God on the most recent clip on his page. So make sure you check that out. Call.me.hod, HAD. And make sure you go leave some comments for my boy. You know?
Yeah, DM me. Tell me to get my life together.
Yeah, DM him. Make sure you tell him that everything that he's talking about is wrong. and then me too. You can tell me that too. It's all good. Like, this is a year of me, so help me be a better person. But anyway, thank y'all for listening. We'll see y'all next time, and we hope everything's safe. Don't catch COVID. Catch flights.